had it at 17.5, but I'm going to put that back to 18 now.
We are now live on my end.
The Devil's Piper.
The Devil's Piper.
Actually, need to bring up the Devil's Piper's Flatbook.
The Maris Piper.
Are you sure?
Oh, potatoes now, damn it! Oh, I've actually just realised I probably won't actually need Susie's stat block forwards.
No. They're not with us. You don't even know if Draxus came back yet.
He's probably back. It's been a day. He's just fucked off and not come back.
I mean, probably.
Entirely possible. Alright, I will have periods where I mute myself for the sake of coughing, as I'm pretty sure the goblin's actually giving me something.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, I also have a cold, Chris, so thank you.
I'm sorry, you dropped stuff off outside the door and at no point came in contact with me, and haven't come in contact with
Did
me.
you lick the handle of the door or something?
James is being dramatic. James is being dramatic. Right, there was that one time we walked side by side down the street for like 10 minutes. Are you saying that you got something then? Is that where you were going with that?
Where else could I have got it, Chris? J'accuse.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe all this international traveling you're
Yeah,
doing,
also-
all this public-facing work you're doing.
Yeah, have you been to the shops recently? Anything could have done it.
Sure, blame the hermits.
No, mine is actually a cold from just running in the rain. Believe it or not.
Yeah, fair. Does happen. I always got a horrific fucking cold at LARP. It hammered for the entire weekend. I came home and was just fucked for like 2 weeks. It was awful.
Oh, nice. I just got my council tax letter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking good. I got £400 off.
That's a good thing to say to the internet.
£418 off my council tax.
Nice.
Oh shit! Yeah, we are live.
Right, everyone, it's just James doctoring themselves.
It's not really doubting.
And
It
you,
doesn't say where they
It's
Fuck
just-
you in that.
Hey, we have a kobold.
if you just bribe city officials, like I,
James, whatever you get up to with your city officials, that's just down to you.
Yeah.
You don't need to share that on the internet.
it's called bribery, actually, and there's nothing untoward about it.
Uh-huh.
Bribery is not a legal thing, and we do not do it unless it's with cookies, and then that's okay.
All with my Twitch subscribers. Remembering,
Yep.
I accept bribes.
That's your normal bribe at LARP as well.
My bribe.
Cookies.
No, those aren't my bribe at LARP. Those are my right that I give out to people at the end of every event if they're in the Wolf faction. Also known as, James, you're not getting cookies at the end of the event.
That's fine.
And while
Right.
Alterra doesn't accept bribes, we do accept donations to our Buy Me a Coffee page, and you too can influence what weird crap I throw at the players.
Yeah, we'll be on Patreon soon. You might even have your name as an NPC in a story sometime.
Will we be on Patreon though? It's not as good. as
Hey,
Buy Me a
where's my coffee then?
Do you drink coffee?
Not that often, but I'll take a mocha.
I'll take what I can get.
I'll take a mocha the now. I'm fucking running on. Like it says, I'm running on 2 hours sleep.
I'm running on like a couple of that, but I have Coca-Cola.
Buy me a mead page in.
Okay, I'll give you a. I'll open you a Budweiser then. There.
Wow. Okay.
That was a good sound.
There's such a it's a fun sound. Anyway, we're burning daylight. It's 12 past.
We've already burnt the daylight. It's dark.
Okay. I know how to deal with this guy.
Kill him.
That's fair. Shall we actually get started?
Part of a plan.
Honestly, I read the enemy tag as Mobster 1 for some reason.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
They are mob one. to add some names to these guys just so I can split them out when we roll for initiative. Welcome back to the world of Alterra, episode 18, The Devil's Piper. Previously, our players, having explored the Cathedral of the Earthquaker and gotten to know the Order of Song, discovered that inside the sarcophagus is what may be one of the last devils alive in the shattered Altsphere. A devil who had been, while unconscious, playing this melancholy serenade while kind of slumbering in grief for the pain of their divine eminence melody. A song that had infected and cawed the were-rats to kind of build effectively a cult around raising up the Devil's Piper from their slumber, and had also caught the mind of the Point. Awaking the Devil's Piper, you learned that their main goal, as being very obvious, both from when you were interacting with them telepathically and from when they were awake, was to seek vengeance on the entity that the new players have come to discover are called Arkhanites. And that the players already, or the characters already from this world, apparently suck so much at religion, just also don't know who this entity is.
It's just someone. Probably not great.
Probably not great. But the Devil's Piper attempted to usurp your will, to force you to join their potentially suicide mission and railroad side campaign to hunt down and kill Arkhanites. All of the players managed, through twisting their own destiny, to rebuff the enchantment, with the exception of the Point.
Yep.
I didn't twist destiny to turn it.
I didn't either. I'm just
or just through sheer force of will.
Yeah, I'm just resistant to charms. It's great because she's oblivious.
I just like the fact that half the players failed and then all rolled destiny points. We're like, nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Destiny is locked on to where we're going.
Oh yeah, and for the people in the audience, Lou Grim last week was actually muted for the last 10 minutes of the session, and nobody noticed, including themselves. So they were apparently talking, and they used one of their abilities to get advantage. I just wish to
And they
point
also
that
not be
out.
talking today, for they are not with us, along with Gwent and Assassin. So we are down to 5 players. Hopefully we should have a little bit more screen time for each player during the combat this time.
Good thing they're just using cantrips then.
They
They
will
won't
be
use.
given NPC effectively stat blocks and abilities during the support rounds, so you can have them do slightly more powerful abilities, well, slightly more average out abilities. So it'll be more powerful than their free resources, but less powerful than their highest spell slots.
It's just Eldritch Blast, that's all we need.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
So, as the Devil's Piper begins playing their enchanting melody, the players rebuff it. I need you all to roll me initiative, and we'll get to Bob's in a second. I need you all to roll me initiative, as is very clear, not only the Point, but the were-rats around the Devil's Piper have all become under their thrall, and it seems Devil's Partner is insistent upon you joining their merry mission.
Nice. Also, should we do intros for who is here so they know which players to...
Yes, while you guys are all rolling initiative, let's quickly go around the room. Wolfie, start us off.
Howdy! I am Wolfie Bane, I am one of the streamers for today, and I'm playing Alvina Eleanor, everyone's favourite batshit insane, possibly cannibalistic, we haven't decided yet, menace.
King Scrivens and help me, Bob.
Zormir.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm playing Dr. Zormir. I'm also the one who's hosting the stream for us.
Jesus.
What the hell was that?
25.16.
It wanted us to know you had a crit there.
Crit so hard to drop the bass.
Oh, could you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I've got the sanguine dice on D&D Beyond.
Alright!
Ah.
I briefly heard that one, yeah.
I don't know what dice I have.
I have rolled 20. Anyway, continue.
Focus.
Intros.
Yeah, that's me.
Easy, boys.
Fuck you now.
Hi, I'm Fuck You, played by Ben. Fuck You is a immortal goblin bard who is also an artist and an arsehole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Professor.
I'm James. I use they them pronouns, as does my character, the professor, though they also use all other pronouns because they're a robot person, draconic spirit in a robot body, and aren't a fan of gods or devils, and so will not be pledging their allegiance to any people today. I thank you.
And the point.
Hi there, I'm Ali, and I'm playing The Point, a dwarven rock star, here to enact the will of the Devil's Piper.
What did you roll on your initiative point? 16. Good. I know where I'm going.
And I'm Chris McGinty, I'll be your DM for the day.
I mean, we don't know that he failed his con save or whatever save it was.
That's what I'm meaning.
Mhm.
It means Alvina goes straight for the devil and doesn't just beat up the point for a turn.
Good.
Alright, before we get into the initiative, Bob wanted to try and persuade me to let them use 2 destiny points to attempt to do something.
Yeah,
Tell me what that something is.
I would like to twist destiny, use my my shield bash, and knock him back into the machine, and then use a spell to
Close the door.
reverse the actual machine to suck the energy out of him
Oh,
and
God.
give it up to the witness.
He is the witness, isn't he?
No, the witness is someone I saw but only told Ali about.
Oh,
the
them! Okay.
Yes, it's a good thing you didn't remember about that.
Friend.
Now, the shield bash is fine. My problem is this advanced ancient technology that you've never come across and have zero knowledge of.
I've
Being
got
able to reverse it.
the spell remote hacking.
Remote hacking.
Just it'd
Well,
be
remote,
like
not remote hacking. Remote. Wait, let me get the spell.
Arcane hacking.
arcane hacking. Do you,
No, it's not arcane hacking, because arcane hacking this gives me advantage on using it. I read the thing. Remote access,
do you think
which
it could be possible for them to just like reverse it in a way? But it might not go where they want it to. But it could at least reverse it. That's probably not crazy hard.
I will let you attempt it, but do know this is going to be in a really high DC. Well, maybe not an impossible DC, depending on what your modifiers are. I'm
Yeah.
going to go for 25 for you to hack this, as it does have innate defenses.
It has
If
a
you wanna give it a try.
firewall.
It does
Yeah.
have a firewall. Potentially more than one way.
Oh, here, cast guidance. Apparently, there is a guidance being cast by the chat.
There's a guidance being cast by the... What?
Apparently, Travel Proof, I think is TR. I think they're in my Twitch chat and they're saying they're casting guidance. So.
Well, given this is a legendary action, effectively, I'm afraid this guidance isn't going to get off in time.
You tried, chat. And possibly TR, if that is actually you. I think it is, I'm not...
Oh yeah, Trial versus tier.
Yeah.
so he'd be knocked back into.
Both.
Oh, in both chats, yes!
That's fair enough.
Boo
Well,
is the
that.
response.
But first things first then, this is going to effectively be one legendary action, but it will cost you 2 destiny points to do the full move. I'm going to need you to attempt to do a shield bash first.
Bob just
Go
died.
ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
Shield bash is I expend a resource to do it
Yes.
as well.
Remind me, is it an attack roll or a save?
Let me see.
I think it's a save.
It's it's when they miss with an attack. So essentially, it was they miss with that spell. Is what I wanted to use the twisting of the destiny. To,
Well, that's fine. But when they do miss an attack, what's the ability actually do?
Shoots them back like 10 feet, I think.
Yeah, is it an ability that just literally pushes them back 10 feet, or...
I think it pushes them back and does a bit of
No,
damage. Moves. You found it, Bob?
Trying to find it.
One moment. Artificer Repulsor Shield.
If we treat it like a shove,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was
push
questioning.
5 feet or knock prone.
Because a shove is a contested ability check. So it's whether or not you're doing an ability check, or if I'm doing a save, or if you just get it because of one of your abilities.
It's just shove them back 15 feet.
Okay, yeah, fine. Okay. As you're... This will obviously use up your reaction along with your destiny points, but you push them back 10 feet. Somehow pushing them up, because this thing was like 10 feet tall, was it? No, it was like 8 or something. I don't
That's
know.
what the extra
It was
5
tall
feet
enough.
is. That's what the extra 5 feet is.
Yeah, somehow you not only kind of push them back, you also somehow push them up and over the lip of it. I'm gonna question how, just assume it's weird anime bullshit.
Yeah.
I point the shield underneath them and
Yeah.
upward.
Boom!
Uppercut them with the shield as they
Yeah.
start flying back through the air.
Shoryuken!
Oh, I thought you were saying you were literally just going to jump off my head to do it.
Jump off the dwarf!
No.
As you do so, yeah, so this will just move them back. It won't make them drop anything or anything, since this is an actual ability you're using. But with your other destiny point, you are going to attempt to hack into the machine now that they've fallen into it.
Which
Okay.
is me spending remote
This, for all
hacking.
intents and purposes, would be an Arcana check along with your remote access, simply to get past the firewalls inside this. So I'm going to need a DC 25 Arcana check.
Okay.
This isn't your traditional machine,
Arcana.
and because it effectively takes the boss out of the battle for a bit.
Yeah.
Gotta earn that shit.
That's one.
Ooh, unfortunately, Destiny has not gone in your favor. As I see, you guys are tier 2.
Yes.
Let's pull up the old damage by severity level.
Oh, yeah. This is where it just kills, Zomir immediately.
If it's deadly, it's like 5 die 10, 7
It's
die
gonna be a
10?
dangerous
dangerous
level of damage.
5 die 10.
I think dangerous is 5 and 10. Yeah, I think deadly is like
That's 40.
12 or something.
Deadly is 10.
Is it 10? Yeah, I knew it was close. I've taken that in this
Unfortunately,
game.
with the... Well, then again, you did get a nat 1, so not only do you blunder into it, I am gonna up this to deadly.
Maybe he just falls prone.
High benefit, high cost.
Yeah.
Could have ended the battle here. Well, apart from the mob, but I don't see you taking long to deal with.
Just we kill all the people that have been feeding us mushrooms and steal all their shit. What's gonna go wrong?
Exactly.
Turret guardians.
Okay, so Zormir, as you are beginning, or as you cast the spell, and I'm gonna imagine either your mind or your soul or some component of you kind of see this almost magical HUD display in your vision and your vision alone. This arcane network, almost you're hacking into the machine. But instead of the kind of matrix green lines, you're gonna see this beautiful teal blue as these arachnid symbology, similar to the iconography around the device itself, is kind of washing down over the HUD. And as you've had some practice of the spell before, as Akaba is of a sufficient technological level, it does have the basics of Architect. But as you're going through this device, you have never seen anything of this sophistication before. It is 1,000 times more complex, more detailed, and more just almost alien-esque than anything you've come before. And as you take even the first step to forcing your way through the arcane, suddenly the screen flashes maroon color.
Can I say something as
you
we're doing
bricked
this? I want to start saying, for the witness, what the fuck is that?
And for a second, you think you see a face in the code. It can only be described as almost robotic in nature or construct in nature. This massive, just plate of platinum with these almost dent in the metal, but in such a way that you get this personification looking back at you, and you get the feeling of access denied. As you take 58 force damage.
What?
Ooh.
Thank fuck you, the other tank.
For flavor, I'm also going to have you fly back 10 feet.
Into fuck you.
Yeah, just sidestep. I sidestep. Did the devil get pushed into the machine though?
Yes. So that part just automatically succeeded. The danger was actually hacking this advanced technology.
Okay.
They are now lying prone. There is now a full cover between the two, between the devil and the party, as they were knocked, uppercutted up into the sarcophagus and are now lying on their back inside, out of line of sight.
Oh god.
Reverse the machine! Ah, ow!
But with that,
What did you do so that I do not do that? And get flung backwards?
with that, we're going to go into initiative order with Fukyu acting first as Fukyu, what do you do as almost in slow motion or with your quickened reflexes, you see Zormir suddenly blasted by an unknown force after having bashed the Devil's Piper, flying back towards you.
I've just thought of something,
So-
damn it. I wish I was going before him. Ah!
Yeah, I wish I was going before him as well.
That's why I went, you bastard, in the chat when he got all the 22. I got a 21, damn it!
To be honest, my first turn's going to be utility.
Mm.
So, fuck you is going to start pull out his DOS lute, start strumming on it furiously, and use counter charm as my main action.
Ah!
Fun.
So,
Interesting.
everyone, until end of my next turn, all friendly creatures within 30 feet of me get advantage on saving throws against
Breaking
being
charm.
frightened or charmed.
Cool.
That's going to be very useful in this combat.
I am already got that, but thank you.
And then,
gonna
bonus
need it.
action, bonus action, I am going to give bonus inspiration to the... I'm going to say Alvina.
Thank you.
Oh,
She's going to be up next.
Yeah. Is yours the D8 one?
I think it's D8 still, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, D8.
Yeah, look, I've got a set of bardic inspirations of various levels. I just don't remember whose is whose on my character sheet.
Mine's the D6 one because I'm not a very good bard.
Yeah, I have that. I have yours as the D. I have yours as the D6. I have the Drax help one. I've got the Abigail help one. I've got the Bardic one at D8 and the Bardic one at D6. I've got a lot of.
You should label them.
Yeah, I actually will now.
Alright, is that your action? That was an action to do, right?
Action for counter charm, bonus action for bardic inspiration. Yep.
Nice,
And
very
I'm
well.
not going to move because, as far as I know, these mobs aren't going to do anything.
If they were friends,
That's fair, they're currently on their knees weeping.
crybabies.
Finally, the melody is stuck. However, unfortunately for all of you, it is the Devil's Piper's turn.
Oh,
And the Devil's Piper is going to stand up, get out from prone, and is then going to fly 15 feet up, as they have an innate fly speed. As, let's see, what's the best way to
It's fine, I can jump.
thingy this? So they're going to be about 7 feet above the kind of lip of this, but they are going to just kind of hover above the sarcophagus itself. I was trying to figure out how to denote that they were in the, or how much in the air they were. But for the now, I guess I'll just do a little fly icon, and then here we go. We'll fly icon.
Alvina, get them
I'll just
back
track
in
them.
the machine.
Okay, that was kind of actually what I thought as well. So it's kind of, I'm happy that I'm not the only person thinking that.
Stop them! Stop them! Stop them!
Right, but they are 15 feet up in the air. And let's have a look here. As a bonus action, they're going to take out a different set of pipe, being able to switch their pipes around as part of the bonus action. And... ooh, let's see.
ASMR there, okay.
Okay. Well, fine. If you don't want to come along willingly, or by sweet seduction, I guess I'll torment you. As he takes out what... Zormir, even while kind of being pushed back and kind of just glancing up, you recognize innately as what almost looks like a modified version of the Pipes of Haunting. As the Devil Piper plays his pipes to create an eerie, spell-binding tune, and each creature within range must succeed on a DC 18 Wisdom save or become frightened of him. For all allied creatures, you gain advantage.
And we get advantage because, fuck you.
Oh yeah, because... yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
For all allied creatures of fuck you, you gain advantage. For those already under the charm effect, he's only targeting those not affected. So the point doesn't have to do anything. Neither
Okay,
do the
good.
rank. This is only for the actual, not the combatants.
It is times like these I wish.
I'm gonna just use my Bardic Inspiration right there and just ignore it. Because I need to roll anything on that Bardic Inspiration dice to
that's
pass.
Let me see.
Thank you,
Who's
fuck
got
you, that was
wounds?
very handy!
Yep, no worries.
Immune to disease, not fear. Damn it.
It's very hard to be immune to fear if you're not a paladin.
Rim are going to be NPCs.
Or one of the
I have advantage.
right. The
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna use the guidance that I cast on myself.
dread
earlier.
form.
Did I roll for Grey Whiskers? I don't think I did. What was I? I need to add Grey Whiskers to the initiative.
Ah, he's a special one, isn't he?
19.
Hey, you made
Yeah,
it.
'Cause he's an elder.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
a
proficiency
extra
in that.
dex.
Oh,
He has extra dex, he's an old man. Jesus. I was expecting, like, okay, he's got some, like, high wisdom. He's got more dex. What?
He knows how to really tune into his rat abilities.
yeah.
This
What's
is where the
funny
pie-
is I rolled an 18 and I'm going at the same time as the old man. I'm going at the same time as the old man.
Technically going just after the old man, as the
In
system has
fairness,
decided.
I am a Mark 1 kind of war machine thing. I'm sure if I get to Mark 300, I'll be sleek and Dexy. You know?
Yeah.
This is still the Mark 1.
To be fair, the old man has a higher dex than me, so...
Yeah. He doesn't have advantage, though.
He's got higher dex than me as well.
Yeah, I have double advantage, weirdly enough. Sadly, it doesn't stack.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
It
Still
was
the
his turn. Yes, he's done his bonus action, but that's just his innate abilities. He also has a action as he uses whatever instrument he has on him at the time to begin casting a spell.
Ooh.
As I will give you that two circles of power begin forming in the air before him as he conjures the spell. Well, as he plays the spell, since conjure's an actual school, and you don't get that. Also,
Do I
actually
see
don't
his-
think he is conjuring.
Do I see the edges of his form begin to turn invisible?
You have no idea.
The spell's not gone off yet.
You wanna identify the spell? You gotta
I
use your
know it's
reaction.
yeah, no. As the only one with counterspell, and I feel like he would. It's the most wise decision to cast invisibility on himself. Although that's illusion. Conjuration.
We
Oh, yeah,
don't
to
know what it is.
clarify, I didn't mean conjuration the school. That's why I changed my word choice.
He cast a
because
spell.
I don't want it's not conjuration.
He cast a spell.
He is
It's
casting a
probably
spell.
it's probably invoking. It's probably invisibility because it's what I would do in this situation. So I'm going to counter it.
I would
'Cause that would
fireball in this
hamstring us
situation.
quite a lot.
All
As
right.
two circles appear, I just snap a finger and suck the magic down my like the sort of finger. You know the
Hand
autons
hoover.
in Doctor Who open their hands out. It looks like that.
I was thinking My Hero
Since it's
Academia is
only
like
second level, you automatically succeed. As the circles of power in front of him shatter as they are absorbed by the professor. But that is his action, and bonus action, he is 15 feet above the... Well, yeah, he's 15 feet above the ground, and about 7 feet above the lip of the sarcophagus if somebody were to jump on the sarcophagus and up to him.
My reaction.
Speaking of which, it's now Alvina's turn.
Question. How much do I know about devils?
Given that they aren't an endangered species where you're from, you would know a decent amount. However, I don't believe you have proficiency in religion, correct?
Correct, I do not.
You are aware of devils in general. You're aware kind of the common information. They're generally resistant or immune, depending on level, to fire, maybe cold. They act as the... Well, they act as the enforcers of the religious regimes, but they also kind of get mystified a bit of, oh, they're evil, but are they evil? There's a lot of kind of folklore about whether or not they are evil creatures, or if they just do the kind of evil things on behalf of the gods, or if they're kind of punishers. So they're heavily boogeymaned in the original world.
Okay, so that's what I got. Fair enough. So then Alvina would definitely do what she's about to do, because she wouldn't know any better. Also, it probably might work. Alvina is going to first get angry.
Fair.
So she's raging, and she is going to walk right up to here, or sprint probably.
Yeah.
She's going to have both her swords drawn. She is going to swing the gravity well down on him, pinning him back, hopefully, into the sarcophagus.
Yeah, fair. Alright, remind me what I'm doing. I believe it's a strength save.
DC 20 strength save.
DC 20 strength save.
Don't know if it counts as magic, because it's the weird psionics thing, so take that what you will. That's what I was wondering, if I knew we had magic resistance or not.
That's fair.
And I don't know if this counts as magic, so...
No, the sword is a magic item, so it would count as magic.
It counts as magic, cool. That's why I was like, I don't know, because things are working weirdly in this world.
Let's see here. He does have magic resistance. He does have advantage, so he will have advantage on this. However, does not actually have that much strength.
I don't see the damage number on my end, which is kind of weird. He passes. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Oh, he does not. He had advantage. He has a 13.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the 20. I can't see the damage for some reason on the slash. Like, it has rolled, but it doesn't show a number for me.
43.
43, thank you.
You just... I just highlighted it.
Yeah, it looks really hidden.
It's showing for me.
It's just not showing for me for some reason. Roll 2 was, like, bugging
Yeah,
out.
I can see it. It
I'll
might be a turn night mode on and off thing.
Now I'll just refresh it.
Alright, 43. He takes it as he is slammed back down into the sarcophagus. And is technically no longer flying as he is prone.
Yeah. And he can't move until end of my next turn.
Nice.
Where's night mode on and off again?
Alright, is that you?
That is me. It's like I'll be go. Do what you guys want to do. He's back in the box.
Doesn't technically need to see them, just needs to be aware of them. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to use the reaction of one of the nearby rats to have the rat attack. As he is going to use his commanding pact feature. So let's have rat number. Let's have the closest rat next to you. As you hear a soft melody under kind of a grunting noise. Oh. So.
Do you think you are kidding, Mr. Ratman?
Interesting. I just realized I got a message. I gotta follow some orders now.
Okay, I have a question. What how do you turn night mode on and off? I can't find the option.
They're
It's,
across
um,
the
yeah,
side
it's
where
on-
the...
Ah! Cheers.
Under your sidebar.
Yeah, it's just not working in night mode for some reason. Ah well, there's a way to figure it out. It just I can't see the numbers permanently anymore.
Weird.
Very strange.
It's for some reason it's made that number white on for us.
Yeah,
But when you turn night mode off,
it's normal. Yeah. It's fine. I can just highlight it when it shows. God damn it, Roll20 and your weird ass bugs. Not the weirdest bug I've had to deal with the past 2 days, but it's still annoying.
I actually cannot gain access to this right now, so I'm gonna have to look at this later.
Oh god, okay.
One second, can you...
Vamp?
There's
Standing
something
by.
ominous going on here, don't worry about it. Alright, where Rat is attacking as part of the legendary action, he only gets one attack from this, so he's just going to come in and attempt to just bite you.
Me, I'm assuming?
As yes, as suddenly one of the rats stands up, their eyes glowing red, and they are going to launch themselves at you and attempt to bite you.
He actually doesn't have advantage for once.
That's correct, you did not go reckless, so this would be a normal attack.
I did reckless gravity well.
And it is a 10 to hit.
Nope, not even close.
That is going to miss. Alright, then it is now Grace Whisper's turn.
Imagine I just kick it.
stop it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, as Grey Whiskers also stands up, and you can now see all of the rats are beginning to stand up as well. All of their eyes glowing red as they all stare to Alvina very ominously.
The natives are revolting.
You... That's not the old mouth. You dare attack! You dare it! Nope.
He's right.
That's kind of rather how...
He sounds more like
He
this.
sounds like an old man.
Just do my old man for... Nope, I'm doing fucking...
No,
I don't know.
That's pretty much it.
It pretty much was, yeah. Slightly older. But yeah, go for it.
To be fair, I'm just gonna have him kind of take on a more religious, hostile appearance anyway.
Yeah.
You attack the messenger of our Lord and Savior?
He started it.
Yes. That's, don't worry, that's in character.
I'm about to say, that's such a character.
With the last of my life, I will defend thy holy Savior.
I'm not
I
up
call
for mass
upon
recruitment.
melody. Give me power that I
Oh,
may
God.
defend your agent.
Please
As
do
around him.
not divine intervention.
Roll the D100, Chris. Come on.
No, he doesn't get the divine intervention. That's only for the Devil's Piper. Get to that later. No. However, he has got some cleric levels
I assume.
because he is a cleric.
He is a cultist.
Oh no.
He's either
No,
cleric
no,
or
no.
warlock. It's one of the two.
Not spirit guardians.
As suddenly
Spiritual
radiant musical notes begin spinning around his head, growing in a radius as more
Yep.
begin to form, as a halo of light shoots out from him. As to be fair, he has to cast this. However, I'm pretty sure somebody's already used their counterspell. As he begins
Yeah.
casting a third level spell, would anyone like to do anything?
I'm the only one with counterspell.
How the fuck
And
you
I
had
used it
counterspell?
To stop.
No, counter charm.
Yeah, counter on my
Oh, I thought you had
I
full
feel like-
counterspell as well. So,
I think this is spirit guardians.
It is Spirit Guardians. As at a feet, as a range of 15 feet.
15-foot radius sphere of death.
Let's do... Yeah, let's do yellow, that makes sense. Alright, we should be able to see him as he is going to begin walking into the party.
Yep.
Just
Yep,
kind of
that's-
walking into the middle of the room.
Yeah, makes sense.
So he can try and get everyone. As he's standing there humming, praying to their savior melody as these radiant lights are slowly spinning around the room. Now, lucky you guys don't have to do anything until the start of your turn.
Oh, and whose turn's starting? Huzzah.
it's fine. Pick him up and throw him out of the room. He's a tiny old man.
No. The Professor, it is your turn. Make me a wisdom saving throw. This will be a flat check as this isn't a charm or frighten. It is magical if you happen.
I cast a spell to gain the advantage on my previous turn. So until the start of... Oh, actually, that's a point. Until the start of this turn. At the start of this turn, I would need to look this up.
I have no idea.
Everything's crashing.
What does
it's all crashing.
what does Spirit Guardian specifically say? Is it at the start of your turn as well?
Oh yeah, it's whether or not their ability
When
actually.
you start in the circle, you take damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're looking up to see their ability and if it lasts till the next round.
Yeah. Because I believe if they're both at the start of your turn, I think it's the player gets to decide which one goes off first. If it's like that.
Not if it's a duration ability that lasts until the start of your next turn. They would stop before your turn.
Fair enough then. So that's a weird one.
It's only meant to last the duration.
Yeah.
Well, it's only supposed to last other people's round. It's not supposed to last till your next one. It's the difference between at the start of your turn and the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is whether or not you can use it during your turn effectively.
God, that's weird.
For some reason, my spells, it's everything. My computer's crashing.
What spell is it?
Oh, sorry, it's loading. There we go. Is that second level spell? Where was it? Scroll.
Scroll.
So the wizard said.
Action. Where's it gone? Sorry about this.
That's fine.
That's not it.
So how many mushrooms are we going to loot from this place after we kill everyone?
Mental barrier is what it's called.
Yeah, probably could have just told one of us and we'd have found it by now.
Yeah. Mm.
There we go. Until the start of your next turn, you have advantage on Int, Wiz, and Charisma saves, and resistance to psychic damage.
Yeah, so this wouldn't apply. This would just stop at the start of your turn.
Damn.
Alright, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Cool. Flat roll. 4. Normal roll. Wisdom save. Hacha. Whoops.
Natural one. I didn't even to call that one.
The professor's so focused on what they're gonna do now that they just charge straight through the musical notes and the radiant rats and just
Radiant rats.
And take 16 radiant damage.
yeah.
Now,
Wish I
you
didn't
were
have any.
next to Grey Whiskers. Are you
Yeah.
provoking an opportunity attack?
Yep, he can take it if he wants to take it.
'Cause They are going to take it. They are going
I'm
to try
charging.
and claw you. Which... is
Why
just
wasn't it the bite? I wanted to see the professor become a were-rat.
Alright, plus 7 to hit.
That just
You make
sounds.
a machine aware rat.
That just sounds
18 to
amusing.
hit the Professor.
It's a curse. Technically works.
It's an 18 hit.
I've got a
It
feeling
would
it's
hit.
worse. By the umming and
My
ahhing.
my AC's 15.
Get back here!
He really is dying. Jesus.
I might need it. I need my reaction probably to counterspell.
The counter spell's
shield.
probably worse than a claw attack from a rat.
Yeah, but if it's, I'm immune point. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'll take the damage. Can't be that much damage. Oh, I need to make.
I don't think poison's the problem. It might be disease if you're immune to that.
Yeah. Make the con save.
Also, it's a claw,
If
not
it's-
a bite.
If it's any, yeah. Well, if it's any, I'm fairly certain. The next words were roll the con save to not become a were rat
That's a bite.
or a were kobold. Or
Still a bite. It's still a bite.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
this is just a
Chris
claw
empowered
attack.
these things.
No, it's fine. But did that hit? Yes.
Yeah, the 18 will hit. I'll just use that as my. Actually, I need to roll another one.
It'd be great if
For
it's
this-
not a con save. I can't remember what the lycanthropy save actually is. Even if it would roll.
It is a con save.
It is. I was like, it's actually a charisma save.
But you take 9 slashing damage, non-magical.
Weirdly enough, yeah, I don't think it's magical.
Makes no difference. That's actually the first damage I've taken in 5 sessions from this fucking were rat. I knew I hated this guy.
No, I punched.
so yeah,
Actually, yeah, I punched you 5 sessions ago.
Yeah. So leaping forward, tearing my way through radiant rats and radiant notes, and even like a little were-rat that just slashes at my ankle, that severs like a gas valve, so steam's pouring out of my ankle as I just fly forward, and I maintain concentration, and again maintain concentration on the guidance I had, and because it is concentration, and I'm gonna attempt to. Because I sat in front of these doors last night trying to commune with this thing and getting a good grip of the tech, I am just going to try and do what Dr. Zormir was doing and try and throw it in reverse, except rather than releasing the energy, I'm going to try and channel at least some of it into myself.
Yep.
Of course I will.
Knew that was happening.
Yeah, and any that reaches dangerous level, I'm going to siphon off into the mob of rats in the hopes that it sort of overloads their systems, kills them. Don't know what it would be. Probably some kind of Arcana check. I have Hacker's Tools. I have Tinker's Tools as well.
Tinker's Tools, you just weld it shut.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Close. Slam the door. I'm gonna try and, as my action, close this off and siphon some of the energy out of it, either into myself, enough for a level up, Chris, perhaps.
You don't get a level up till you've defeated the Only King.
Oh, well, I'm gonna die. Well,
greatly enough, we'll all get a level then, so you'll still be behind.
Well, I'll try and.
No, the rest you have to wait until you get the Iron Core.
I assumed, yeah.
Try and gain some kind of soul point. Extra soul points is what I want.
Well, who knows? Let's see if you actually have the checks to do this. As you get to the device, there's a little screen on it.
Yes.
Now, you do have Hacker's Tools.
And I'm a robot person. Can I plug myself in like R2-D2?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, DC 25.
Arcana. Here we go. Advantage. Arcana check. And I've guidance.
Oh, did you have guidance?
I'm keeping concentration. Dirty 20.
No.
I'll spend a destiny.
Yep.
I've gotta.
You gotta.
One of them was a nat 1. What's that all about?
We've been rolling a lot of nat 1s on the second half of advantage for some reason.
12.
Destiny don't like us today.
Destiny does not like you today. Alright, let me just check. Let's see, what was it again for failing to hack into this device? Oh, that's right, I believe it was 10d10.
It was 4 die 10. He only took a 10 die 10 because he crit failed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nah, that's right.
Yeah.
Your crit failure was on advantage, so it's fine.
Yours was also on the guidance, so apparently
Your guidance isn't that good.
Yeah, you guys don't get guidance from the gods. You get them from like Artificer. Well, actually, no, you get yours from the gods. Maybe not from the gods.
Can I spend another destiny point?
No, destiny can only be used to reroll once. You can stack them to do more powerful effects, but you can only get one reroll.
Okay.
Can't reroll the reroll. It's the classic. Otherwise, it gets
Can I spend
ridiculous.
both to automatic
You get nothing for rerolls.
Right.
You only get to do weird combo stuff, like shooting them up into the thing. What was I doing? I was doing 4d10 force damage for 24 force damage.
Jeez.
As you also get blasted back only 5 feet. Take maybe an angle. Here we go. Wah.
I love the concept that this might be a classic fight where everyone tries to do something really cool and complicated, and one character just beats the enemy to death in the time it takes them to actually achieve that.
See that.
Guidance drops.
See the
Take
god!
24.
Difference
It
is
against you!
Professor's trying to take the energy to himself. I'm trying to give up the energy to the witness.
But that was your action. Any bonus actions or anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna quicken. Wait, is this machine's off, right?
It's technically in standby mode, so it's still on.
If I were to quicken an arcane hacking spell,
Right.
would on off work, that cantrip I mentioned before?
You're not trying to get it to do a specific thing. It wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't like close when it turns off. It's still an active feature.
Its default
I only
state
give
when powered off is open to not trap people inside for 1,000 years.
It's got default safety procedures.
It gives you advantage on intelligence checks to hacking
It's up to code.
software.
Yeah, it doesn't actually like just immediately turn things on off, does it?
No, it gives you advantage,
No, the on off cantrip does, which I have.
but you've done an action already, and
Yeah,
you're
that's what I was saying with
doing-
Quicken. Quicken makes it a bonus action.
Yeah.
To activate or deactivate. Yeah, if I activate it, will it shut the doors at least?
No, it's already activated. You'd be deactivating it.
Then I just...
If you wish to lock the Devil's Piper inside, you need to hack it.
Right. Then, yeah, just jump back into... Take melee range. I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Fair
That's
enough.
it. That's me. I
All
can
right,
do no
let's
more.
see. At the end of your turn, the guy's still locked down here. Can't really do anything while he's out of line of sight, so can only really command his rats.
You're welcome, guys!
Will only hurt a moment.
Like shouting at a rat to get them. Kind of easy enough to do. Most spells require line of sight.
Yay!
Don't just stand there, you fools! Eat them! Yeah.
All right, let's have the other rat jump over, and this one's gonna just start charging towards the professor and effectively attack wrestle him.
It's gonna
not
tack-
actually gonna wrestle
it's
you,
gonna
but
tackle
mechanically,
him.
he's gonna like throw themselves at you and attempt to bite you.
This is the con save one.
Attempt to bite, you see.
Yes,
Oh dear.
for a critical failure.
Bites his own tongue. I just grab it. I just grab it by the tongue. Grab it by the tongue. This is serious work. Piss off. I punt it.
You have advantage on the punt because you're next Alvina.
Alright, but the point, it is your turn, and you have been charmed by the Devil's Piper.
Someone bonk the door.
Now, technically this doesn't make you hostile towards your allies, so I'm going to let you roleplay this.
Okay.
Advantage on repeat saves.
But you do presumably want the fighting to stop, so maybe try to incapacitate them or try and talk them down. Do whatever you'd like.
Yeah. Okay. I have a plan. I'll say,
Really, point? Is it a
Wait.
cunning plan?
we'll see. We'll see if it works first.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, let's hear him out. We could use this help. Any sort of reply?
No,
No!
he's trying to subjugate us.
This probably has a massive subjugation problem.
No one
Well,
restrains me.
That's what I thought. Okay, good. I'm going to cast Pass Wall on the floor underneath Alvina.
Password? I don't even know what that is.
So basically, a 5 foot by 5 foot by 20 foot hole opens up underneath you.
Oh, really? Oh, hell yeah.
Whoop! Ah!
So if there is a downstairs, Alvina falls into it.
Alvina's in the cellar now! Alvina's just gonna loop for the rest of the session. You guys are good.
Let's find out. Is there a cellar?
No. Maybe, actually.
There is a bottomless pit down there.
No, it might actually be, because it's a natural one. There might be a cellar and Alvina's just... It's like the food cellar. So Alvina's just like, I'm staying here, fuck you guys.
Nope. It's worse. It's the sewer
Okay.
outlet.
No, that's over there.
Yeah, but that has to drain somewhere.
It does have to drain somewhere. I was also just thinking that, Bob.
Guys. We're in Titan's guts. What's below the guts?
Oh, fucking... No, worms. It's worms.
Alright, so as the 20 hole drop, does the creature get a save or anything?
technically you're not supposed to be able to use pass wall like this, so...
Pass wall appears your choice. You can see
Yeah,
in a
it's
wooden
choice,
plaster
yeah.
stone surface, which is a wall, ceiling, or floor within range, lasts duration. You choose the opening dimensions. Pass wall creates no instability in a structure. Opening disappears. Any creature or objects still in the pass wall create themselves safely ejected in unoccupied space. Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
No, that's fine. In that case, I will give you a dexterity save because I just tend to do that when people are
Yeah,
about to be
fair.
thrown off things. Enemies also get them for note. If you try and do this move on future people, they will at least get a dex save. If they fail, they fall.
I can
But they have
see
a chance
this, right?
of grabbing onto the edge.
Yeah,
It's
I have
very
very
much-
You can
few...
see this, yes.
Is
Non-UK.
Grey Whiskers caught in it as well? Or is...
Ha.
It's 5
That's a
foot
question.
wide, 8 foot
Oh no, 5.
tall.
What's your DC point?
No, it's pretty much 5 by 5.
My DC is 14.
Go, I pass. I mean, it just flips
Okay.
over it.
You catch with both your blades and just pull yourself back up, going.
However, there is, as Alvina manages to just get out of the way with their almost supernatural reflexes given their barbarian advantage.
Yep.
Those close enough to the hole, it's really Point, Alvina, anyone else, look down and you hear kind of rock falling and tumbling until it splashes 20 foot down where it looks like the chute has opened up into what looks to be an underground cavern or stream or something, and you can see it this deep blue and purple kind of psychedelic oil-like substance similar to what is through there in the waste room, and it is rapidly flowing in the southern
Oh my
direction.
God. Does it geyser up?
It is not, no.
Oh.
But any creature presumably dropped into it will be washed away to wherever it is going.
Oh! That
Oh,
gives
no.
me an idea!
Throw him in the hole!
And since it is not concentration, it is just there.
Just there for an hour.
Just there.
You just made a new toilet!
Oh, that's all the point's good at.
Where'd he go? Turner.
Toilet. Oh.
Turn and toilet.
I do like, by the
Turn
way, that if it wasn't for the fact that it's rapidly flowing, Alvia could actually just hard jump out without making a roll.
Yeah,
She's got the strength.
I didn't really think this through.
It's fine. To be honest, I think you want us. You don't want us to be hurt. You want us to help.
Yeah, so I was hoping just put Alvina in a hole.
Put Alvina in a
Reason with the
box.
rest of them.
With that natural one on the fate, even the Point couldn't anticipate that there would be a flowing acid stream underneath it,
Oh.
Yikes.
and is now slightly glad that Alvina didn't fall in.
Yeah, only slightly.
Honestly. Any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to do?
I'll yell over to the Devil's Pipe and say, "Hey, come out here and tell these guys that they don't need to worry." And I'll give them Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh, the Devil's Point Bardic Inspiration?
The Devil's Point.
Yeah, so
The Devil's
just a D6.
Devil's
Bardic
Point.
Inspiration.
The Devil's
The
Point.
Devil's Point.
The Devil's Point now has some Bardic Inspiration. Remind me, what one's yours? A D6?
D6, yeah.
Alright.
That should have been your nickname for the session point. The Devil's Point.
That's true. Alright, it is time for Mob 1. As Mob 1 are going to run into the room and begin attacking people.
If Abigail
Let's,
becomes
someone-
aware of it, I'm still okay with it, by the way. I just want to point out.
That's fair, I should have one on Abigail. There was already one by Alvina. And let's have another one gang up on Alvina.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, this is one here. And let's have the other one run down towards...
Gwen.
Let's have them dash up towards either Zormi or Fukyu. Just kind of like between the two of you, since they had to dash his turn anyway.
He has options.
Actually, I assume they have to dash. Where are they, like here?
They're pretty quick. So they might have 40.
What's their movement speed? No, their movement speed only like 30. Yeah, they'd
Okay.
have to dash. Okay. Cool. So one of the rats is attacking Abigail off in the corner. She's bringing... Does Abigail have a shield? Minnie has a shield. I don't think she has a shield. She's bringing up kind of her leather Marauder's armor, kind of block the attack,
Gauntlet.
as that's just going to happen in the background. And 2 of the other rats are going to attack Alvina. Now, Alvina, I don't believe you've had another turn, and you're not reckless, so this will still just be flat rolls.
Yep.
And they're both going to try and bite at you. These are just regular were rats, so these will just be the +4s. That's a 17 to attempt hit.
Meets it.
It meets it. Ooh,
Yeah, it does get me.
that's a success. All right, then that is a D4 +2 piercing. As describe where the rat is able to kind of get a quick bite in. A scrape of the tooth.
I imagine Alvino like flipped like and just like on one leg still because she's still over the hole. She's on one leg over the hole, so she just bites her foot.
Well, maybe they've got the hole right behind you, and the rats are kind of like pushing in towards you, so you're trying to almost lower your defense just a little bit to not fall in. That is going to be a Constitution saving throw for 5 piercing damage.
I
And
don't
the second
think.
rat is going to bite in.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything against con saves. Yeah, it's only
You know what
strength
this
and
is.
dex that I get advantage. 27, natural 20. I'm good.
Lycanthropy? Never heard of it. I got my lycanthropy booster shots back in. Actually, you're not even from Akaba. You didn't go through the Akaba
I've already been.
inoculation phase.
I've been bitten by plenty of werewolves in the Feywild. It's fine. This is normal.
Not to fair, Fantasia is traditionally in a Cold War with disparity where most of the were creatures come from.
Yeah. Used
That
to
makes
it.
sense.
She has the antibodies.
Alright, that will
Right, you haven't said that.
dash.
Well, it gets halved down, right?
No, you still take the regular damage. The con save is just for the.
No,
crit.
I'm raging. I can't remember if
Oh,
5
right.
gets rounded
Yes,
down
this
or
is-
up. Am I taking-
Damage gets rounded down.
Down. Okay, so I did take 2. I ignored its dice. That's a choice.
If you take 1 damage, it rounds down to 0.
Do it really cool.
Fun tidbit. Makes it really good for just melee brawlers against the average commoner. 1 damage. Got nothing. That did nothing to me, mate. That punch. Nothing. Alright, it is now your support round, and you have the option of Abigail, Gwent, or Lou for your support action. And don't worry what those are. Gwent will be some healing, Lou will be some attacking, and Abigail can either do attack or commanding. What would you like to do, party?
I am so badly injured, guys.
Oh, and
I am.
assassin.
I mean,
Though you
I'm
do
more
that.
injured than
I would.
2 of us are so bad. I'm a squish. I have a D6, and I have 1 less hit die than you, man.
I would like as much as there is
Let's put that
the
out there.
healing, or we could get Abigail to make me clobber one of the were-rats in front of us. We can get more onto the devil. That's the options, really, isn't it?
That is. What would you like to do?
How bad are you currently, Prof?
If I had to put it in words, I'd say I'm definitely at less than a third of my health.
Already? Didn't you just take damage for like the first time?
You did like 40
Yeah.
damage to me.
Yeah, dude, I have 66 health. That's all. I'm a
Okay,
squish.
Trying to
I'm a
hack
squishy
into
wizard.
the ultimate advanced technology.
Actually, wait, you only took like 20 odd damage.
I'm both squishy and I have a really low AC. I got scratched by a were-rat and thrown across a room.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so what we do? What's the consensus?
I think if that's the way it is, either heal Doctor's Armier or like a commander's strike thing to get Alvina into melee range of the whatchamacallit.
Pretty much. I think limiting the number of were-rats that are going to be attacking us next round is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Probably not.
Gwent to cast a shield guardians of his own.
yeah.
To
You seriously think
eviscerate
Gwen
the,
wants to walk in here?
Yeah,
to
Gwen's
eviscerate the
base
rats.
character personality is coward, so they are not going to make themselves the target.
Might
Yeah,
have guidance.
This is one of the number 2s in front of me, and like directly between me and
Oh
the...
yeah, Gwent can also use their support to give somebody guidance.
It's the one
Guidance me.
No, I was about to say the one directly in front of me is one of the mob 2s, right?
Yes.
I think Commander Strike, so I can clobber that one, so it might not kill the Professor next turn.
Fair enough.
Great point. All
I'm
right,
just
then.
trying to get as
Let's go
much.
take up your reaction.
Yeah, I have nothing else. Reactions anyway, other than
Go ahead
attacks.
and make an attack against the mob 2 in front of you.
Okay. Angie slash, come on. 27!
27 will do it, yeah.
That is, 16 slashing and 6 force. That's actually a really low roll in the force, but good slashing hit. That was a maxed out slashing hit.
This is a magical weapon,
is.
so that's fine. They have nothing against force because they're just kind of base mobs. Alright, so that's 22.
Yep, 22 damage.
Alright,
Boom!
bloody them in a single hit, but they are not down.
I might have gained its attention at least, Professor.
That's true.
Thank you for trying.
Speaking of which, it is Mob 2 now, and you know what? You did gain their attention from bloodying them. So Mob 2 in front of you is going to turn away from the Professor and is going to strike out at you.
Okay.
I will remember your sacrifice and be sad about it for a short time.
That is a
Then a
9 to
little.
hit.
Then not at
Parried.
Oh, were-rats do make 2 attacks.
That is bite
Only
and
one
a
of
claw.
us can be bite.
Cool.
Technically they can do 2 claw attacks.
Oh, neat.
Well, technically they don't have claw attacks, they have short sword attacks. I just gave them a claw attack.
It's the
The
rats,
rat.
it's fair. They're rat cultists. They can, like, just
For the
fingernail at
purists
you.
out there who are like, were-rats don't have claw attacks. No, they don't. I just reflavored their short swords as claws, because they're were-rats. They don't trim their nails.
These are ones that have lived in a hole for like 1,000 years. They don't know what nail trimming is.
And with a 6, that one also misses. The other mob is going to also surround Abigail, so Abigail is going to be flanked from either side.
Oh, Abby.
And the mob 2 behind Fukyu and Zormir is going to run up. And you know, this one's feeling a little bit ambitious. You're actually looking at Zormir and the metals. This one doesn't fancy their odd bite for that one.
Does this one run towards Zormir and just slow down slightly and then just spot fuck you and then speed up towards
Go for the goblin!
as the looming figure of Zormir comes into view, it's like, yeah.
I'm
by the
going
way,
to do a claw attack at Fukyu first for a 15 to hit Fukyu. And is
yeah!
then going to follow up with a bite attack for another 15.
Hey!
Fuck you, is immortal.
Is.
The mobs behind are also going to chase up, and they are going to hassle Gwent and Lugrim.
Just realised that fuck you failing a con save against were-rat lycanthropy would be the most appropriate thing that has happened in this entire campaign!
Okay. Zormir, it is now your turn.
Stand up. 15 feet. And my movement. I don't believe I'm gonna do this again because it lasts for 10 minutes. I'm gonna fucking try this again.
Why is no one else taking Spirit Guardian damage, by the way, Chris? And also,
Because Chris forgot. It's also, if other people had their turn yet? No, nobody's had their turn.
No
yet,
one's
so
had that turn yet.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the mobs in the point are allies.
Yeah, it was AI, it was,
Yeah.
it was
But
really...
that's Zormir, give me a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
Yep.
You remembered right in time, though.
Right.
Yes, remembered.
20.
So you will take half of this for 7 radiant damage. And then you're going to attempt to hack into the machine again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, does it?
Sure.
But I need to... Let me check something. To see if I need to spend a spell slot again or if it's...
Arcane hacking, I don't think. it's
Duration.
concentration.
It just says duration 10 minutes. It doesn't say concentration.
I just realised what my next turn's gonna be. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, if it's not concentration, I'm going to cast arcane hacking at the same time.
Yeah, give you
Oh, shit.
advantage.
I can't use the remote access because that's an action as well. And I've not gotten anything to change it to.
Yeah. I just run at it and manually hack it.
Manually hack it.
I don't have anything else I can do to this at 15 feet.
Yeah, so you're either gonna have to set yourself up for advantage next round, or you're gonna have to try without advantage. What would you like to do?
Just do it, Zombie. You've got good scores. You'll get a nat 20, obviously. We'll fucking do one.
Or you can
Alright,
assist
I'm
me.
gonna try and do it without the arcane hacking then.
Ooh, risky. Okay. Let's hope you don't get a natural 1 again.
Natural ones
Yep.
again just dies.
Yeah, natural one.
You might be
Down.
dead. You might actually be dead. Because there's 2
Uh,
were rats trying to eat you after that point.
I would suggest what could happen on a natural one.
Oh, okay. And as my bonus action, I'm gonna use my defense field to give me 9 hit points as well.
That's
That's
fair.
Since that's a bonus action.
You put on
And
a tinfoil hat pops out of your
action,
armor.
I'm going. Action, I'm going to use the remote access to try and reverse it. And as I'm saying it, I'm going. I hope I can give this energy to you, witness.
Who the hell's the witness?
I'm actually.
Why do you all keep shouting that?
Because
Just let the Piper keep it.
It
Then go
is the
doesn't
professor.
know who this
DC
is.
Arcana check. It's
okay,
within the realm of possibility.
Arcana. Here we go. And
Oh!
I'm using my
Flash
RPG.
it. Flash it.
I'm flashing to add 3 to it to make it a success.
I'd also like to spend one of my destiny points to at least channel some of it into myself. Please.
Love it into yourself.
Like,
You're just
'cause
like.
I ran back into melee with it. I'd like the wires from my hands still to be in the machine and get some. Like, I'll take lightning damage or force damage or something for flavor, and just like some of the energy
Whoa.
spreads up.
It's
into
either
my arm.
mechanically you're taking that damage.
No, I
or-
will take the mechanical damage or
Yeah.
benefits. I'm fine with that.
He just
But
kills
definitely-
you
I
outright.
just don't want all the energy going to some weird creature called the Witness that only the Doctor has seen.
It's just like.
When this is boundless, unlimited life, soul energy that these rats have been feeding in, and I need some of that to further my research. So I want to be plugged into this machine and gain some kind of insight.
That's fair. That's fair.
spend my destiny.
That's fair. You spend that destiny point. We'll get to you in a second. But first, Zormir, as you are doing your arcane hacking, the hacking noise begins as music plays in the background. You hear the distant tapping of keyboards. As the
Weirdly, the
world-
voice is playing hacking music. You just don't know why.
as the world begins to slow
X-Files, let's
down,
play.
as the stream of the arachnid iconography scrolling through the HUD now begins to almost make sense to you. You can feel the world around you turning grey, and you can sense a presence behind you. The rest of your party, the were-rats, all of them slow down to about a trickle of motion. As even the stream of information in front of you begins slowing down into what appears to be common characters. A figure steps up to your side. The same figure with that flowing robes and hair, like the players would recognize as a starlit sky, but since Alterra doesn't have stars,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows what it looks
Galaxy
like?
here.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
As
it's a
she
thing.
watches, looks between you and the device. You've been calling for me.
Yes. Take this energy from this old regime and use it. Because I see the Evil as part of their old regime that they wanted to get rid of.
Yes. I know this thing. This device, this power. I've seen these symbols before. You cannot. Mostly because of slow motion, everything's a blur, even if you can see into the ethereal realm. I recognize this. A part of me is aware of it. I believe you refer to them as the Arkhanites. They helped build this object, them and their rules. Don't you find them stifling?
Sometimes, yes. The Arkanite from my world was very limiting. They each had their own unique properties, and
Doesn't that seem unfair? That you can only access their power if you play by their rules? Shouldn't magic be for all, not only those who possess the crystals that they force upon the world? It isn't. Yes.
that would make a lot more sense. Drawing energy from the of crystals, and rather than just from around the ethos and the air around us, or from within, or wherever we could make the energies.
You know, there's no reason the world can't be like that. The only reason you need... There's a word for it. The crystals, they have a name. What are they?
Conduit?
No, the crystals, what do you call them?
Food.
Arkanite?
Arkhanites. Yes. Named for their creators, named for the arcane. You don't need Arkanite. Arkanite is a conduit, is a forced rule that he put there. She put there. It put there. They put there. The higher echelons of the arcane order. I can feel their presence in this machine, their rules that allow you a taste of their power if only you abide by their laws. This will make a delicious feast. Yes. As to the outside party, you see Zormir almost kind of in a trance, as only for a second, and then suddenly the machine begins to whirl with energy, kind of lights coming up, flashing on the display screen, as you can see panels and applications on the screen flashing on and off, as if hacking. And then suddenly the little archway extends back out off the machine that had previously retracted over to the other side, connecting into it as a semi-spherical arch. And out to either side of the device, a little gush of air and mist rolls out as the frosted glass panels rise up and enclose and connect with the arch, sealing the creature known as the Devil's Piper inside.
What? No, 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 he's helpful, no.
Put him back in the box.
As you hear just muffling sounds from still being kind of forced down to the ground. As suddenly the noise is cut off from the insulation of the device, and you can almost hear a kind of whirl and hum of energy as the device begins to activate. and then a stream of arcane particles coming out of the previous inputs and streaming towards Zormir. But for those with higher passive perceptions, not directly into Zormir. It's almost like they're being absorbed by an unknown entity standing to their right.
They're invisible, right? The witness.
They are in the ethereal realm. If anyone can see into the ethereal realm, you might catch a flash of them now.
No.
I don't know if Lou has
Ghostly,
or not.
He
Devil Sight
removed it,
Ghostly
I believe.
Vision won't see it.
He removed
Would
the
you-
thing. He would be able to like have an activated that could see there, but he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's True Sight, I believe, that lets you see into the ethereal realm.
There's a
Yeah.
there's a site that lets you see specifically into the ethereal realm as well. If it's but True Sight's the classic.
True Sight is a classic. As the professor, I need you to roll me
Morale.
a intelligence check with proficiency for your class. As you're essentially utilizing your class abilities to kind of lock on and absorb some of the soul energy.
Now, here is a question.
Yes.
Can I spend my soul points to increase this roll above whatever? And also my roll 20's crashed.
Again.
It keeps on crashing. I don't know what it is. It's the only tab I've got open.
Try hard closing your browser and restarting it.
I will allow this since you're using a resource and a destiny point to effectively do a cool scene. Yes, for each soul point you spend, I will give you a +1 on the check.
Cool.
All of them by any
Spend
chance?
as many as... Yeah, all 8. Please. Please and thank you. Because, yeah.
This would be the funniest natural one I have ever heard of.
As
Wait, dude, don't
I'm
even...
not.
With
I'm
great
not.
reward comes great risk, and should you fail this check, well, I see pain in your future.
Any
Yeah.
reason...
Heals on
would I have advantage because I have the arcane up?
No. This wouldn't be
So just an
directly related. This would just be an intelligence check with proficiency, so an arcana check or something if you have proficiency in it, or
Yeah,
any other.
nothing-
roll to relate it.
Nothing
heals on the
advantage
gut.
because I have the Tinker's Tools and Hacking Tools at all. Just
No,
flat
not
arcana.
in this instance. This would just be flat.
Here we go.
Okay, I looked at Lou's thing. He's only got Devil Sight.
Yeah.
And I believe you said you were spending all 8.
I mean, I feel like spending 7 to bring it to 25 is a good number. I'll spend all 8 to bring it to 26. Why not? I've also got 2 sorcery points, and hell, I'll burn spell slots if it means more power, because the professor loves only power.
It will not. So go ahead and just spend your 7. You can keep your 1 extra one. As you watch the stream of energy, a mix of arcane particles, but then there's something else you kind of see glittering in it, almost a more golden particle than the traditional kind of blue light of the arcane. Although arcane particles do come in different colors based on your eye color. For those a little tidbit of lore, spellcasters generally do arcane particles similar to their eye color, as it is the color of their soul.
So
Also,
Blackstar having heterochromia.
Half and half.
would potentially have 2 arcane colors.
Alvina's got glowing green particles. Cool.
I also can't remember if I specifically did anything with this in Blackstar's lore, but may also have something called a twin soul.
Cool.
Don't know if we ever got to that. But yes, you lock into this energy and using your own ability to manipulate soul power and essence, since technically what monsters have is soul essence, it's kind of a related but tangential thing to soul power.
It's a different
Yeah.
flavor. It's a different make.
I've got 2 colored eyes as well. I've got light blue and dark brown.
Oh, then you too can be a twin soul. doesn't have any feature unless it becomes a part of the campaign, but as you lock onto the energy and begin kind of siphoning it off to yourself, a stream kind of splitting off and then coming into the professor. Unfortunately, there's no way to really do this stealthily, as suddenly half the energy stream just splits and starts
No, that's
going
fine.
through the professor.
Yep.
You too feel kind of the world slow for a second. As for a moment, you see a flash of a creature standing next to Zormir, this beautiful, elegant, feminine figure, kind of a timeless age to their face, hair that glistens like the. To you, you'd recognize it as the Republic star space. That does actually exist in the shattered Altsphere, as the Dyson sphere that contains Alterra was shattered, and you can actually see little dots of light far out from Alterra. You'd know it as void light, as you can see her hair the color of void light. Only for a moment, she kind of flashes and then is gone. As the energy kind of absorbs into you, you can suddenly get this burning pain in the center of your mind as hundreds of lives flash through your brain. Hundreds of soul stat blocks just impact you one after the other, as you feel for a second every single life as almost you live it in quick succession, flashing through it as a shadow in their memories. And then it's gone. But the power lingers there, wraps around your soul. But also something else, something more dangerous, an essence. After all, every creature you just absorbed was a were-rat.
Oh, God. I knew it!
As you can
And-
feel...
And also the Wand of Wonder Chaos, right?
Well, that was the arcane particle. You're specifically absorbing all the soul energy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Guess who has lycanthropy now?
Not quite long halfway.
Here's the
But
bad part,
as
none of
their
it
stat block effectively tries to kind of bash against yours, you can feel almost as if you can see their souls in your mind eye. Hundreds of them now crowding you. Each one seems to be tainted by these silver thorned lines, kind of piercing into their souls. Go ahead and give me a insight check with advantage.
It's not-
I really wanna take some form of long-term madness from this. This would be so cool. Insight. Oh shit.
It's not a saving throw, you're fine.
Still. Right.
The saving throw comes next.
You recognize these silver thorns wrapping into the souls.
Oh.
You've seen it similarly to when you analyze the soul of Lou Grimm and other Republic-related entities. Each of these were-rats, while they don't have an active connection like Lou Grimm, they don't have threads leading off elsewhere into the cosmos. They are isolated threads that have kind of left a taint on the soul. You recognize with that 21, nice. The essence of Senator Curse on each one of these souls.
I figured.
Being able to be responsible for the lycanthrope curse.
Can I sort of, in my mind's eye, reach out and pluck a thread? Like, try and pluck this thread out of them?
Well, that's where the question comes.
Oh, God.
You have the capability of absorbing the power of these souls. However, there is no guarantee that you will be able to perfectly remove the taint of Senator Curse on them. So you have the choice. You have the potential of gaining a benefit from the were-rat stat block, but there will be a downside to them.
Oh, no.
Now, as this isn't your turn, you have until the beginning of your turn to think about.
I've already decided.
So much for
I'm playing into that episode of What If, Chris, and Doctor Strange was corrupted. So even with all the things he absorbed, so immediately it's just absorb.
All right, you begin absorbing hundreds of were-rat stat blocks.
Yep.
I would have done the same thing, to be fair. Immediately, like, I don't care, we're getting downside, take it!
Yeah.
Also, the professor can't be corrupted. He was already corrupt. This might fix him.
Yeah.
This might fix
him. So inside whatever void space machine looking thing this is, I'm picturing Tron for some reason. Out of the professor's metallic body comes the gaping jaws of a giant red dragon that just sweeps down and in a fiery flash devours all the rats and flies back into their body. And then just like a glint of silver, I assume, in the professor's eye from the thorns.
I like that. It's a good flavor. Yes, I will get back to you in a bit with what happens. But returning to Zormir, as I also have to do the rest of your scene. As out of the corner of your eye, you see this happen in slow motion, unable to do anything. First of all, I actually want to take a quick 5 seconds before we finish up the Zormir scene to get myself some water, because I'm doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Zormir, for the party, why don't you tell us what's going through your mind as you watch the professor, who you don't trust, siphoning off and taking this opportune moment to steal, effectively, some of the power. Well, tell the audience what you think.
I mean, they're also screaming. They're also screaming. Like, you remember the Dalek screaming in Doctor Who? It's that sort of... like they're being electrocuted.
I think it would be a case of he goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
Don't hear you. It's just screams.
By the way, I really hope that Grey Whiskers before... Actually, no, Avena's going first. Never mind. Grey Whiskers is going in the toilet, by the way. Just thought I'd let you guys know on my turn. He's immediately getting eaten down the hole!
No, I like Grey Whiskers.
So do I, but he started...
He's using the bathroom.
He used magic.
I really want to absorb his soul now.
He's going down the toilet. He's going to be somewhere else.
Anyway,
Also,
on you go.
Albina has an
Anything
idea.
else, or are you just shouting?
Hey,
Yeah.
he's kind of like taken aback by the fact that you've taken this opportunity after even the talk with you to try and get you work with him, and is like, that's extremely fucking risky, even if it is to gain you some power to help or do anything. It's kind of, you might have fucked yourself, as well as kind of, why is he doing this? Why is he
What is he doing? Why is he doing it?
Like, there's a million questions going through his head after that conversation we had before, and why take this risk now to possibly gain a bit of power just for it end up in another heated argument with me, or even in a fight with me right now, because
this is the one time that Alvina's actually kind of like, yeah, I get that. For the professor. That's how you know it's a bad thing. Alvina goes, no, I actually understand this.
I've tried.
Search for power. Okay, I get you.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah. Snarfles some literal gold.
Just takes a bite out of one of the weather hats.
Yes.
If these were, by the way...
Of how dangerous, how reckless, and how dare he.
Yeah, the how
Right, I am back. I believe that was how reckless, how dare he?
More or less.
How reckless, how stupid, how dare he. Kind of, all these kind of thoughts at the same time of, after all the talking they had done to try and get on the same page, and then they pull this in the middle of trying to get us a deity of some kind on our side, possibly.
Oh, very, very rare. Are we good to continue?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. Let's let my voice recover there for a second. Okay. As you watch all of this in slow motion, as Professor is just trying to take as much of this slightly tainted power as possible. I'm sure that will end well. We return back to the ethereal world as you stand there. The rest of the power streaming into the figure, into the witness next to you. Delicious, but ultimately insignificant.
It doesn't help that that one went and absorbed some of the power during it.
No, even then. This is but a fragment, a speckle of dust in the power of those who, how would you put it in your common tongue? Demand? Rule?
Subjugate?
Maybe. But they are not like the others that my siblings wish to unthrone. The Arkhanites are more passive than that. They seek only knowledge and order, peace and stability.
Well-
Horde? Horde is I feel the most appropriate word.
Hmm.
They
Uh,
hoard the power.
There's definitely some entities in this world that hoard power.
Fuck you!
I'm not meaning you.
Oh, right.
I'm meaning like present control and all that. Present
Yes,
control hoards power.
they do, don't they? There are several entities that block me. The Senate and the Republic are one. They hoard knowledge of magic, trade it and barter it as if a precious commodity. The Arkhanites lay down or maintain the law. They only allow access to those who funnel the access through them so that they can demand or determine what rules and what can and cannot be. Then
Okay.
there is another who seeks dominion over magic. An entity known as... Yes, this one knows him. Arkantone. They dub themselves God of Reality.
Well, I can't have that. I mean, I have my own pride as an artificer and power that I have brought to this world. I see the weakness that man has been, the humanoid race, humanoid race has been brung down to, and quite frankly, can't stand it.
This device
I'm
The
not
power.
I can't take it anymore.
I have consumed. It has knowledge that may be useful to you.
Yes.
This device, while inspired by the Arkhanites, was not built by them. It was built by Noid hands. Yes, I can see it in the memory banks. By an empire of Noids who dared rise up against the power structures of this world, only to be obliterated. Devices like this are the few fragments that remain of that empire.
Hmm.
There was one amongst them, a traveling construct from the Rainbow Plains. They taught the ways of artificery to the Noids. A hope that maybe the Noids would bring stability so the Arkhanites may one day return. But that only led to destruction and a war to breach the Rainbow Plains. From there, the Arkhanites have retreated, concealed more of their magic, limited the output and spawning of Arkhanites throughout the cosmos. They hoard access to their magic, fearing that the empires or the factions may use it to once again try to breach the Rainbow Plane.
That does present a problem.
All this that once was. But why do I know this? Because it's there, written, in the very fabric of reality, if you know how to look. Maybe this energy has given me more than I realized. It might be crumbs of power, but it's crumbs that I can pass on to those who may wish to bring a new power structure to this world.
Would certainly help. These other power structures seek to hoard it.
They do. Shouldn't magic be for all?
Yes, I quite agree. I mean, our wondrous designs gave us transport across our realms, may have brung weapons, but those were to defend our towns from roving monsters and things. It sought to bring an order, but an order that had a balance. We didn't use the weapons to wipe out every animal and monster and everything that was out there. We used it to defend when attacked, or transporting goods and wares across vast distances across Alterra. This is but a shell of that.
I think I like that idea. The idea of magic being used freely amongst all. Yes. That's
This
what I
is
want.
how we get getting.
Yeah, I was about to say, I said, this is a Gedden NPC. It sounds like crossover.
What's this, a crossover episode?
See, I don't know enough about Gredden to make proper
You know,
jokes about somehow Alterra being like the prehistoric Gedden.
Yep, it's Crisis on Infinite Alterras. I've said it before, I'll say it again.
What you guys don't realize is Gedden is actually just Alterra. It's all Alterra. I'm
Yeah.
usurping all of your worlds.
It's all
God.
all the way down.
Alterra is Gedden even before the the original dragons were there, which really caused problems. That's the end of Alterra.
I mean, Gedden is an anagram of Alterra.
No, it's not. Even my dyslexia is not going to tell me that.
Okay, poke holes in my logic, like, God's sake, I can't say one thing without you counteracting it. Where are you? What's your name?
Counterspell!
Argument.
Countermand!
God's sake.
I use counter argument.
I use well-reasoned argument in defense mode. Sorry, on you go.
Bottomless trap hole.
On you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, on you go.
But in order for magic to be free for all, the main culprits must be dealt with. While the primordials hoard magic knowledge, and this god Arkhantome holds or hoards magic. I actually don't know what he hoards. Dominance? The inclination to want to rule it? I'll leave you to find that. The Arkhanites are the ones who make the rules. Without them, new rules could come into play. Rules that allow anyone and everyone to access magic without having to go through these silly trinkets of theirs.
It
do
certainly would make things a hell of a lot easier.
But to do that, it would be dangerous. You would need to travel through the Rainbow Barrier. Dive through the layers of the Rainbow Plains. Find each and every Arkanite and defeat them. This is no small task. An impossible task, maybe, even for one of your power. But power grows. And what is impossible today may not be impossible in the ages to come. So I leave you with a gift for now. 2 gifts. One to fulfill our shared ambition of a world of free magic. And another gift for giving me a taste of my own existence. I feel more solid than I did before this meeting. More real. First, a ring designed with the very rules the Arkhanites impose. As she materializes in front of her, hovering kind of in her palm, as she kind of holds it out in that gesturing motion, as if holding an apple, but the ring floats just above her fingertips.
So
And you
like
see,
the ancient one with the time stone.
yeah, that classic. They're kind of levitating the item above their palm. And you see that even to your trained artificer's eye, this ring is incredibly intricate. It seems to have a mix of both old Arkanite technology from the original Alterra that you recognize there being kind of design techniques to it, while also having kind of elements of that chrome-like new technology from this new world, as the ring itself seems to be made of 2 metallic bands, one with the Arachnids iconography in it, and the other with what appears to be arcane glyphs from the original Alterra, as they kind of intermingle and wind as 2 rectangular bands kind of intersecting with each other. And in the cradle at the top is what appears to be almost like a diamond, or maybe not a diamond, but almost kind of like Fool's Arcanite, but a little bit more of a glisten to it. Fool's Arcanite is kind of glassy-like. It's not, doesn't particularly shine, and it's an unstable common form of Arcanite that is only kind of like half-formed Arcanite. It's generally considered useless or unstable, but can be used in a pinch. But it's just it makes spells go wonky when you use it.
Yeah.
This one almost seems to be kind of a mix between a diamond version of that, as well as around it kind of 16 small crystal jewels in a circle around this larger chunk of diamond-like Arcanite. And each one of the little gems around it is a different color of Arcanite. At the corners, or kind of at the, not necessarily the corners because it's a circle, but interspaced equally around it, you see a platinum gem, or a platinum Arcanite jewel, a gold Arcanite jewel, a copper Arcanite jewel, and a silver Arcanite jewel. And then in between them are the other common or uncommon and rare forms of Arcanite. You see a little bead of red, of yellow, of brown, of violet, of purple, of black, and white. Some of these colors incredibly rare. Even a little droplet would be ridiculously expensive to get your hands on, or at least maybe not even expensive, maybe priceless, and just incredibly difficult to get your hands on, even back in Aqaba.
Yeah.
As she floats the ring over to you, consider this a key to breach the Rainbow Plains. It will allow you and any in your vicinity to pass the walls without resistance. A trick of the rules they put in place, as even Order has small loopholes if you know where to look.
That will definitely come in handy.
It can also be used as an arcane foci, since we still must play by their rules until their power structure is undone.
I shall incorporate it into my arcane armor.
Very well. And the other, as she materializes what looks to almost be a chrome Pokedex.
It's a calculator.
It's a calculator with a lid.
To keep track of the Arkhanites that we meet.
It's
Gotta
our
catch them
bill.
all.
It's our
As
bill.
she hands it over to you.
Oh,
An
maybe it can
index.
duplicate Arkhanites.
A device that will allow you to detect nearby large clusters or powers from arcane sources, as well as retrieve information and chronicle them.
Is it a certain magical index, Chris?
Boo! I like it, but boo!
Come on! Come on! Oh, screw you all. One of the only enemies I know.
It's like I said, I liked it, but boo!
This
Alright,
will-
okay.
Yeah.
The more you learn, or this index is both connected to the laws of reality around it, but also feeds back to myself. The more you learn of this world and the magic that already exists here, the more I will learn of this world and the magic that exists here, so I may further find myself.
That will indeed help a lot. I mean, I already have somewhere I have an idea to use it, but I mean, I was already in quite a hurry to try and save someone to gain another ally. Which they do have gold Arkanite. That is
Yes.
definitely something that could be do with retrieving.
You could do. I'll allow the details to yourself. I'm still too unborn to make those decisions.
I have merely shared the information of your existence to my fellow artificer so far, but I fear I may need to explain myself, having called out your name a few times.
I'll trust you to do what you believe to be best. I, as of yet, don't have an opinion of my own existence. And she kind of glances over at the point. Yes, there's potential in that one, isn't there? But their powers are weaker than yours. And I can feel other power structures pulling at their soul.
And this whole conversation only lasted a fraction of a second.
As she vanishes into a wisp, and the world returns back, speeding up, returning to color as you return back into the present. However, in your hands,
Everyone's being attacked by rats.
everyone's being attacked by rats, who are still under the charm effect, even with the absence of the Piper, because his ability is somewhat psionic as well. But you have received
Pokedex.
the Witness's Ring,
Ooh.
Which is
or Ring of
instantly
Witness.
Ring of
And-
Witnesses.
somewhere safe on me
No
until I
witnesses.
can integrate it into me.
I mean, most people, it's like mostly rings are safe on fingers, Bob. But I don't know, you weird cow-looking people might want to put it through your nose or something.
Fucking racist.
Racist.
It's going to be integrated into the suit.
Yeah.
The Ring of the Witness is a attunement item, and has the option of immediately attuning to you if you are an artificer,
Oh.
And I'll immediately tune it.
or a wizard. Technically, it's anything magic. Now, you know
What? Soul?
what? No.
Aw.
I'm assuming
You're
it'd
not an
be like.
arcane caster.
I'm assuming it'd be wizard, sorcerer, artificer.
Or warlock.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Anything with a D6 hit.
It's specifically an arcane caster.
So basically, not
Oh,
druid,
yeah.
cleric,
Okay,
paladin.
Yeah.
Ranger.
If you are an arcane caster, they have the ability to immediately tune on you. It is a leveling item,
Ooh.
or is a
Oh.
artifact item. At this
Yep.
level, it is a +2 foci.
Damn.
Huh. I already have one of those.
Nice.
Which I think is rare.
It is rare, yeah.
It is rare.
Or at least be the equivalent of rare. I also have some other abilities, but those are more game related, of allowing you access through the rainbow walls and can do some other things that will pop up during the campaign. As well as
That's disgustingly overpowered. You can go through the walls that no one else can go through.
Well, you can come too.
I can go
It's not
through those
technically
walls as well. I just
overpowered as
use.
it is a
I use
game.
Ugh. Here,
Just-
access this campfire / save point.
Oh, touch Grace.
oh no, the Rainbow Plains are an entire other realm
I'll
for
figure it.
a storyline. Like they
Yeah.
are a travelable location. The Rainbow Plains is a massive additional realms.
Oh, it's DLC.
It's DLC.
DLC.
We
Yeah,
can't
James,
go to the frozen
you just
wilds
need
yet.
to you just need to ignore everything that you know about normal Alterra. It doesn't apply.
It's the same as normal Altera. There's different realms in Altera too. You have different regions in this, or different zones in this world. You can either go to the Republic, the Empire, the Monarchy, the Corpse Lands, the Scrap Lands, or the Rainbow Plains.
It's just currently we're going to a giant volcano so I can get horrifying monsters to be my pets and to steal a
It
lot of
gives you-
things.
You have gained access to a new world.
Sweet.
Region
within it.
unlocked.
Yeah, you've got a region unlocked.
We've got the thing that lets us into the painted world of Ariandel now, basically.
You also have the Index of the Witness, which is not attunement, and effectively acts like a Arkanite detector for large quantities of Arkanite, as well as able to give you a little, gives you advantage on any intelligence checks or any checks related to Arkanite.
Okay.
Aw.
They're the Artificer, man. They get all the Artificer kill shit. You get all the soul stuff.
It's true. I
Sounds-
did just eat like 100
You
rats.
did! You ate
love
like
it.
a million rats.
Now you know why I don't eat at actual meal times. I'm like a snake. I just have one massive like cow for dinner.
I just think you're incredibly
Nothing
rude
for
and
a
just
month.
refuse to eat Alvina's cooking because you're convinced she's gonna poison you.
I'm
But
immune to
with that,
poison.
I believe
that
that
immune
is
to poison.
Zormir's turn.
It's still an initiative order.
We are still in this order.
Yeah.
As we then go to the support round. What do you guys
So
like to do for
cool.
support? There is still rats attacking you who appear to be in a crazed stance.
Yeah.
They're in
Kill
cult.
me.
Yeah, I think Gwen
Heal me.
healing Zormir is probably not a bad idea at this point.
Oh, at this point, the professor would look round at you, Doctor, and the flash of silver in their usually red or blue eye, depending on if they're recording or not, like glints and then disappears for flavor. And
That's one
they
just behind.
tilt their heads.
Yeah.
They tilt their heads slightly, in a questioning manner, and looking at the space that was right beside you.
You gain 14 hit points.
Okay.
41144.
Average.
Good one.
But that is the support. Fuck you. You are being attacked by crazed or enchanted rats. What would you like to do?
He also takes the spirit thing.
Oh yeah, the spirit is also up. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
I'll deal with that next.
Save. No, I'll take the damage.
Oh,
First,
you.
first damage that I've taken that isn't friendly fire.
yeah, actually, it might. Be. No, you got hit once by something.
Did
I don't
I?
remember what. Yeah, you've been hit once, like negligibly by something. I don't remember what hit you. I remember something hit you.
Ooh, that is 12 radiant damage.
It was like a swamp raider or some. No, it was the gravity well from the other guy.
Ah.
That got you.
Same.
12 radiant damage. What would you like to do?
Okay.
So I rolled 20 crashed.
Mine just did as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so mine isn't showing any of these rolls.
And mine. So.
Yeah, I'm reloading. Mine.
Everyone reload the
See,
page.
it's not just me.
It's acting. No, I
It's
told you it's acting
Roll20 in
fucky
general.
tonight.
Ha
Mine's
ha.
fine now.
Yeah, I told
Um,
you it's
I
acting
will
fucky
accept
tonight.
your apologies.
No,
Well, fine then.
I accept your apology.
But
Okay.
I didn't. Oh, okay, then. Fine.
Good.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Right. What can I do? What can I do? Actions. Main actions. Spells.
There you go. Now it's all working.
To be honest, I should have really looked at this while that was all happening, shouldn't
It
I?
was cool.
Do I have an area of effect spells?
Fireball! Fireball! Fireball!
I've not got fireball.
Oh, lightning bolt!
No, I've not got anything like that.
No.
I've only got one area of effect spell and it doesn't really work because it would catch all you lot as well.
You would kill the professor, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Professor gets giant power of rat men, immediately dies.
Yeah. How big is this room?
Height-wise, it's pretty tall, like 60 feet.
Okay, cool.
It's 35 feet across.
It's a pretty old cathedral.
Oh, cathedral. Okay. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Reverse gravity.
No, don't reverse gravity yet. Let me throw Grey Whiskers down the toilet first.
Wow, these poor rats.
He started it.
Well, he charred it because he got charmed.
And? No excuse.
No excuse.
Just
Shoot
don't
your
get
dog.
charmed. Yeah.
Sod it. I'm gonna
Yes.
attack this one. Actually, have either of them been hit yet?
No.
No one's been hit.
Yeah, that one's
Really?
been hit. That one is.
Yeah, I think only
Yeah,
one
I'm-
rat has been hit.
Yeah, I'm more looking to the ones that are right next to me.
No, neither one on the left or right has been hit.
Okay, so the one closest to this wall then, I am going to rapier them,
Stab him.
stab them for a crit,
Yes!
and can I also add my psychic blades onto that as well
No.
for an extra.
Oh, you're a whispers bar.
Yeah. Shadow
I
Bard.
think this
Yep.
is. I think
Shadow
this is the
Bar.
first time that proper things like that's been used.
No, I've used my psychic blades before.
Not while I've been in the game.
Not while you've been in the game.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like one
So
of the
this is the
first
first-
couple of episodes.
Yeah, what I mean is this is the first time Professor's seeing.
Mhm.
Sorry.
So that's
Bard
'cause
Smite.
that yeah, because that
Yeah.
was 28 there. So that is
It's critical. Smite.
rapier damage, crit damage, roll that. So that is 17 on that. Plus
Nice.
66 for psychic
It's poor rats.
for another 20.
How would you like to defeat/kill this rat? Depending on if you want to do lethal or not, since you're doing melee.
Oh, I'm doing melee. It's going to be lethal. These things have been trying to hit me.
It's fuck you. Of course it's lethal.
The rat gets charmed, immediately gets killed.
Yeah. Fuck you has no.
You do you, apart from attempt to kill you.
Are these classes humanoids?
I think they are actually.
Yeah, yes.
Technically.
Cool. And
You can
then
throw up certain humanoids.
Get a humanoid or giant. It's like a curse can affect either.
in that case, I think I can steal their shadow.
Nice.
You would be able to, yes.
But yeah, as fuck you essentially drives the his rapier through this were rat's heart, and then the psychic blades kind of like tear his chest open.
Nice.
Damn.
So yep, that's that, and I think there's a thing that I can do to.
Poor rat just falls backwards, just the chest of the druid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You reversed aliens them.
Did.
Where's the thing? I'm sure there's a thing that I can say that I've stolen someone's shadow.
Whisper Bard, right?
Ah, there it is. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got the mental whispers.
Yes, okay. You definitely have it. I remember. I know it's an ability. I just also don't remember what it's named. Really cool ability, Battle of Whispers.
Yep. Okay, and then bonus action. I am. So who's hurt at the moment? I've taken damage. Professor and Zolmir. Anyone else?
Alvina's
we'll give
taken
it to
2 damage.
So whoever's taken damage out of us.
I'm technically not at full health.
I mean,
Yeah, but
you've
you on the side of it. You inspired the enemy guy.
Come on, guys, I'm still technically an ally.
yeah. I mean,
You tried
You
to
know.
drop Alvina in the toilet. Is all he's done.
yeah.
so.
I mean, you. From Fucky's perspective, you've tried to throw Alvina in a pit, but that's normal.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Alvina in a toilet. Da-na-na-na-na.
This Harlem escapes and jokes.
So I'm going to do a 4th level mass healing word.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's good.
So everyone gets back 10 HP.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing.
You heal my foot wound. It's appreciated.
I'm at nearly double what I was at.
All right, is that your turn?
And yeah, that'll be my turn. Hopefully this other were rat might think twice.
He did to see you go.
Boom.
It just saw me take out one of its friends in one hit.
Can't do that.
All right, now it is the Devil's Piper's turn, and they are currently being chrono frozen inside their sarcophagus.
And they're still pinned to the
However-
ground in the sarcophagus.
Still pinned to the ground. They are not completely out of the game just yet. It does take 3 full rounds to properly chrono freeze a creature inside the sarcophagus. So while the process has begun, the Devil's Piper does have a chance to attempt to get out if somebody releases them, or if they're able to figure out a way out themselves. As such, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity and time to use the Devil's Piper favor from the Divine,
Oh, okay.
as they're going to use their action. You can't see them, they have full cover, and also it's not a spell. That's just
they're full cover?
Yeah, they're-
They're still
they're
pinned to the ground.
Cured.
They're in a box.
Oh,
They're
They're
in the
tubes.
sarcophagus. You no longer have line of sight on them with the
Oh, do I
frosted
not?
glass.
oh well. I should have just shielded earlier then.
That's fair, you didn't know if that was going to succeed.
No,
Well,
no, I
it's good,
didn't.
'cause,
No, it's fine. I'm fine with it.
So I'm going to roll a 1d100.
Yay!
Ooh. There we
The
go.
Devil's Piper is the equivalent of a 16th level cleric,
Oh, it's
and
not
has to
good.
roll a 16 or lower. They're not quite high enough up. They're not planetary level. They're kind of more Deva level, or just slightly above a Deva level.
Okay.
And also because who knows if Melody's even still alive or in this world.
Also
Who knows
very
what.
true. Divine Intervention. There is no one at the other end of this Divine Intervention.
Sorry, your call.
The
couldn't
number
be
you
connected.
have dialed
Does
has
not
died.
exist.
The god you have tried to contact has been eaten by another god. Please check and try again.
As the Devil's Piper reaches out, hope beyond hope that there is still some entity out there above them that can send guidance, can send intervention.
Can you answer the
They-
call? Feel it deep
They
in your
need
soul.
to roll a 16 or lower on this D100 to succeed.
As the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to roll.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Divine
Let's
Intervention.
find out.
Come on.
If
I'm gonna
the
say
gods
80.
are paying attention in this new
I'm gonna
world.
say 85. 85.
Yeah, the god's paying attention. It's just
I'm
the
calling
void
it
one.
actually as a 15. That's what I'm expecting.
15.
That's what I'm
Very
expecting. I don't know
So,
why.
I get 17.
You know, 85 plus 15 is 100, so we'll see who's closest will be.
Let's see.
50.
I was closer. I was definitely closer.
You are closer. You are closer. But it still failed.
It failed.
As they reach out across the plains, across the heavens, to wherever Melody may be, if she's still in this universe or in this multiverse,
They get a dial tone.
Sybil's Piper disappointed as they get a dial tone.
I had one of the players actually succeed on their divine intervention recently.
I've seen
I
it.
am not there right now. Please leave a
Sickening.
message. I'll get back to you soon.
I saw someone succeed 4 in a row.
Yeah,
It was insane.
ridiculous.
As
Hey,
they
Nathan.
currently can't use any of their bonus actions as... Well, I'm going to say...
Missy's
the
dead.
I already made the sarcophagus soundproof. That is going to be them for now. Alvina, it's your turn.
Okay, what save is it?
Wisdom savings throw.
Get rid of this fool. He keeps on injuring us.
16.
He's taken no attacks or damage.
Oh, don't worry. That's what
Since he
Alvina's.
cast
As
this
Alvina's
2
got
turns
this.
ago.
Don't worry.
2
Bye,
turns
Grey
ago he
Whiskers.
cast this.
This is the first time Alvina's had a turn since he's cast it. Okay.
Oh, it's only been 1 turn.
Yeah. We've only had one turn because it was a
It's a
big
bad
scene.
Yeah, the points made a hole, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, did I pass? I just don't know what the save DC is.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, it's lower than 16. I was actually double checking there.
Yeah, it's like.
You've all rolled so high or so low, it's been obvious.
Yeah.
You take half of 9 for 4 radiant damage.
I took 2 damage, got healed for 10, took 4 damage. Oh, yeah, not listen to that. But I passed anyway, so it's fine. Okay, well, Alvina, now that the immediate thing is gone, she's gonna sheath. Because actually, you just realised I can draw and sheath 2 weapons in a turn for free. It's great. She's gonna sheath one of her swords, grab Grey Whiskers by the throat as one of her attacks, and throw him down the hole.
Well, let's find out. Contested athletics / acrobatics.
Which
for the-
Alvina has advantage because she's raging for a 24.
That you do. And Whiskers has no advantage, so that's just a +4. Okay, I need to roll that 20 here. Nope.
No.
So you grab Whiskers.
Oh man, no!
Down the hole.
And as you throw him down the hole, I'm just going to let you throw him down the hole since you're effectively dropping him with your other action for free. But he is still going to get a chance to try and like throw his limbs out and try to stop him.
So tempted
Catch
to
him with
cast
his tail.
Featherfall. So tempted to cast Featherfall on the guy so that he can just see the vat of acid slowly.
That is dark! Holy shit!
He's like, no!
This is from the person who
go.
butchered an ogre last session. I think he failed.
Yeah.
As he attempts to,
Would it
to
be
hold
essentially
on.
like the Austin Powers steamroller sort of thing?
As he attempts to hold on and
Sexy.
grab the ledge, but you throw him down with such velocity that he barely gets his arms out in time, and even as he does, you just hear a little chink as his nails clip away. As he breaks his nails on the stone, and then just splash.
might have boots.
I liked him too.
You'll want to keep your mouth closed while you're in that acid.
Okay. Now Alvina, as her second weapon
Whoosh.
drawer of the turn, is going to draw the sword again. I love 2-weapon fighter. I can sheath and draw the same weapon for free. She's going to
Please.
step forward, trying to take the attacks of opportunity.
From 2, yeah, they're definitely going to try and take it. They're just going to do claw attacks for the reaction. A 6.
Nope.
And a 19.
Oh, 19 hits.
They were using their claws for this, so that will be the d6s plus 2 instead of the d4s. That's 7 slashing damage.
I take 3.
Yes.
She parries one out of the way, just absent-mindedly. And with her remaining 2 attacks, she is going to see there's a console which she's assuming has some sort of way to open the thing, and she's gonna fucking break it.
You just do.
As my reaction, I make it immune to that damage.
You can't make it immune to all of it!
Yeah, if it's multiple types of damage, fair enough.
Yep.
I can only do one type.
Yep.
Fascinating. All right. Well, since there is a contest here, I'm gonna have to actually figure out what the hell the damn thing's health is. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
It's an object. I have no. I guess make an attack roll to see, since objects do have ACs, just because you need to properly like get hit in. So give me an attack roll and damage. Yep.
Natural 20!
Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
That's a lot of damage.
It does have. It's also magical.
It's magical sword. It's the legendary magical sword.
Definitely hits. I'm gonna say it's a large, resilient object for at least 27. So, which damage would you like to make it immune to?
They're about the same, actually.
26 or 26.
Yeah, it's the same damage. I rolled 4.
I'll say the force.
That's fair. As the blade severs right through the device, with its 27 hit points, it's clinging on to life. You can see little sparks. The screen is still on.
I'm gonna
Would you like to make a second attack?
Yes, I am. 10 force damage. Oh, 10 slashing. Boom!
I'm afraid the machine, out of sheer damage, is destroyed. Or at least the console is.
Yep.
As the screen just gives off little sparks of lightning until the screen just goes dead. Just a massive crack where the sword has pierced through it.
Right.
That little platinum face that Dr. Zormir saw earlier just have a little frowny face on it.
She's just cracked in half now.
Yeah. It's Black Nerd.
Right. No one is opening that up again.
Good.
That's basically Alvina's turn.
I also need the point
no.
to give me a wisdom save.
Come on, please. Please don't make me try
with
to fight
a-
Alvina.
Is that at the end of
Just fight Alvina! Dwarf
yeah,
versus
so-
elf, the classic matchup.
Yeah, my counter charm has finished, so.
It
would've
finished
been
just on your turn,
last
so yes,
turn.
have advantage. Yeah, I forgot they get a save at the end of their turn, and the points had a turn.
Ah,
It would have been during the counter charm round. They had a chance to actually.
Still
like,
11.
Nope, they're still charmed. Cool. So we don't have to retcon anything there. Alvina, is that your turn?
yeah, because that's like 3 attacks. Because the first one was to yeet.
The professor, it is your turn. There is no longer a radiant bubble.
So,
Radiant bubble is washing away downstream right now.
very, very thankful for that. The professor, their arm sort of comes away from the console, slightly charred, still sort of silvery, and they're sort of like doing the robot equivalent of breathing heavily and sort of bent double, and they're not looking at anyone. And they just sort of back away ever so slightly from that rat folk there. And as they do so, and I assume that one goes to take a swipe at me.
That's one's
Does
already used.
not.
He's already
It
used
does
his
not?
reaction against Alvina.
Only
cool.
the two here, not the one right next to you, because you're still within range of it.
Yeah, no, I stay as I back away, sort of holding onto the console for, like,
Not the console.
like support. Well, yeah,
The door.
Holding onto the door in this sort of shattered area. I look up, and all the rat folk need to make a wisdom save as I cast fear,
Nice.
and I project a phantasmal image
A giant
of
cat.
Elder Curse,
Oh, that's like giant cat.
and they all see my eye. They all see my recording eye flash silver, and they all hear within their mind's eye, "You bow to me now."
I am your god now.
What's your DC?
This is my cult.
It's 18 wisdom save.
Rez is
and a
trying to
wisdom
steal your
save.
cult.
Okay.
Or be frightened by me.
They all fail.
Nice.
So can they all just cower? I just want cowering basically.
Yes.
And it's just in the minds of the rat folk. It's
They all
projecting from
drop
me.
to the floor and quiver.
So to the rest of you, I just stand up, and they all just cower. And I look around. not. It's almost like I don't know what's just happened. I'm just breathing heavily, and that's my turn. It is concentration up to a minute,
Right.
but I'm projecting this aura of fear and
The point.
hatred of them all.
The other were-rats seem to have either overcome their charm or something new's afflicted them as they've all dropped to the ground and are quivering now with fear. Maybe it's the fact their leader's just being eaten away, maybe it's the fact the Devil's Piper's gone.
Their other leader's
knows?
gone.
Maybe it has something to do with the Professor, who knows. But the Devil's Piper is also now inside the tube, and you can you can't hear the subconscious melody yet, so you're pretty sure they're still conscious in there. As the frosted device is kind of frosting over a little bit more, and the humming is kind of elevating and getting more energetic, almost like the device is properly kind of turning on or powering up. However, Alvina has just destroyed the interface console, and to be fair, you didn't even really know how to use it with the console, let alone without the console. But you are still, for now, under the charmed effect of the Devil's Piper, who appears to have some sort of connection or knowledge of the runes on your head, and potentially a connection to whatever divinity is related to you. What would you like to do?
So first of all, I'll turn to Zormir and just say, "How dare you?" And then I'll run over to the remains of the console. I'll shove that rat out of the way.
He does so. He just falls to his side, quivering still.
He just fetal positions.
I'm gonna see if I can pull some.
I'd like to make an opportunity grapple then.
You cannot.
You're not in range.
No, it's just opportunity attacks can't be used to grapple.
They technically can actually, but he's not in range anyway.
He
ran away from me.
I was within 5 feet, but yeah.
By base rules, you cannot grapple as a reaction. You can only
Okay.
do an actual attack.
I thought the attack, it says whenever you make an attack.
Nope.
You can grab
Specific to the
Ah!
opportunity attack rule.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I should never know that. I have allowed people to do that.
I wouldn't actually want to hit him with my sword then, because I'd be questioning. I would have stuck out a hand to initially sort of, as for flavor, just sort of what you, and watch him run away.
You'll just get a dirty look from the point as he runs over here.
I think he's gonna kick him.
But I don't think this is going to work, but the point isn't thinking right now, so he's going to pull one of Merida's attachments out, somehow plug it into the sparking remains of the console, and attempt to interface using Merida.
I mean, hell, I'll let Professor do it, and they're not an artificer.
100% yes. More, please.
I'm going to interface with an AI using a hurdy-gurdy.
Alright, this is going to be a difficult thing to do, but since you are an artificer, you at least can attempt it. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. DC 25.
Aw, I hoped it'd be higher because I've destroyed the console.
Now they're effectively replacing the console with their own portable laptop.
Oh
I
god.
still have a Bardic Inspiration from Fuck You. Since before I was charmed.
That
That would have worn
would
up.
only last 10 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Have
I don't think you've unlocked Flash
two
yet.
rounds of combat? I'm fine either way.
You could do something a lot simpler here.
You're exhausted
Don't
as
you
well,
have-
aren't you?
Oh yeah.
I don't think we ever did the con save.
No, we've not fully got into 24 hours yet.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I remember you saying last week it's like it's after this fight basically you're gonna be making the check, are you? That was it.
Have you spent all your stuff?
Do you have? I don't think he has a flash because he's not high enough.
Also, I think your
I
mic's a
don't have a
little
flash.
bit too close to your mouth.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, you know it's in your mic.
I do not have a flash. I rolled a 17 there, so I don't think an inspiration's going to help. Destiny's going to help.
You literally need to roll a 19.
Yeah.
A 19 or 20, and that's the only things you can pass on.
Yes, if I don't have anything, I don't have anything.
Alright. As you interface with it, you have rolled high enough that you actually don't take any backlash damage.
Hey!
Because you're only 200. But you do not succeed. as you effectively you kind of go down a maze of just encryptions, and you have no idea what, but whatever you're doing surprisingly well for your first time. You're doing incredibly well for your first time, in that you haven't been blasted halfway across the room like everyone else who's tried.
Yeah.
You must be doing something right. However, even going for the full 6 seconds, you still haven't gotten the end of this encryption maze, and you have no idea why. To the players, they've effectively gotten stuck in an encryption maze and are just going around in circles. To the character, you haven't failed, nor have you succeeded, so maybe if you keep trying, it might work.
That's something I definitely know what it is, but for the people at home, Chris, what's an encryption maze? It's a maze of encryptions?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Genuinely, pretty much.
Yeah, just put you around in circles.
Yeah, it's supposed to
I have no idea if encryption maze is even an actual thing. I just put maze in front of encryption.
I believe it's got an actual name. I think I don't. It's not encryption maze. It's something like that.
Syntax loop.
That was it. I'm just like, I know it's got a thing, but syntax loop is the one.
Yeah. But the point that is your action to do so. Would you actually do anything for your bonus action or anything?
I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action, so...
That's fair. Then the party just watched as you've just kind of you've gotten down, you've plugged in your hurdy-gurdy, and you're doing something on you're inputting into your hurdy-gurdy with the strings.
Yep.
And it looks like you're playing to the device. But these strange, almost typing noises.
He's got a Guitar Hero controller, trying to hack it.
I'm speedrunning Mario using a Guitar Hero controller.
Yes, perfect.
But at the end of your turn, go ahead and give me a wisdom.
I just hacked the Pentagon using a Guitar
Hero controller.
Oh.
Fuck you! I'm the best.
This sounds
God
like the.
damn it!
Nope.
Yeah.
Point, I'm going to throw you across the room next. If that doesn't do it, it's going to knock you out.
It kind of sounds like the
No.
NordVPN adverts at the beginning of Critical Role.
I was thinking of those when we were getting into the hacking stuff here. Alright, it is Mob 1, and they're all terrified, so they're actually just going to use their action to do a morale.
Morale, okay. Rally!
They're gonna try and undo... Well, one of them begins standing back up. They're not afraid of this imposter.
Rally to me! You've no fear!
Creature, while frightened, a creature must use its action. It must take the dash action and move away from me.
It's going to
At the
bolt for
safest
one goes
available
rally.
route on each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. If it ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of me, it can then make a whiz save, and on a success, it ends for that creature.
That
So
one
maybe it
pass.
runs outside and then calms itself.
Wait a minute, that wasn't real. It jumps down the toilet! Hi! Follow, we're going after Grey Rat!
It's obviously dangerous.
What, the toilet? No, they can just run around and go for any of the other pipes. It is transversable. But that's fair. I'm just gonna have them run away then, and then do their checks outside. Technically, it was only 3. I forgot this one was 2. Oh, it's because this one's 1. No, this guy runs past. Are they able to use their disengage?
It's the dash action.
If they were a rogue, they could, because it's bonus action disengage.
Alright, then Zormir and Fukyu, you get opportunity attacks.
Cool.
These were-rats are not rogues.
Rapier on the one running away from me.
Hamstring
Stab it
it.
in the kidney.
Stab it!
Hamstring it.
For an 18.
It hits. For 11 damage.
Zormir,
Zormir, would you like to use your reaction if you have one?
No, I don't do anything to the rats.
And they are fleeing. But it's a support round and mob 2, and honestly, I mostly only care about the point at this point.
I have a request for our support round, though.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I have Abigail tell Alvina to just get the point away from the console? So she just throw him, essentially.
Command.
Down
The
the
command to just... I'm not going to throw him down the hole. Actually, the point is actually a party member. I'm not going to try and kill a party member. Grey Rat was... I liked him, but he hurt people. So...
You can throw me down the hole if you want.
No, we have to go find you then.
This is not an opportunity attack, and it is a special type of attack. Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm gonna yeet you, point across out the door, essentially. At at mob 1.
You eat
At that.
everything.
No, I yeet, not eat. I'm not gonna eat the dwarf yet.
Oh, the dwarf over here.
Yeah, I'm literally going to yeet the point at mob 1 rat out there.
Oh,
Alright,
so the
give me a
yeet
contested
before was
grapple check.
foreshadowing.
25.
The point you
Is it-
may...
That's what
Is
you
it
do,
athletics or
Alex.
acrobatics check if you can beat a 25?
I can with a nat 20.
Go on then, let's find out.
Nope.
Whoa!
My hurdy-gurdy, it's still plugged in, or at least part of it.
What?
Oh, that's important. That's important to donate. Oh yeah, the rat who was with me is still here.
You
As
hit.
you are flung across the room.
Do I still have
I-
Merida? Or is Merida still plugged in?
You can keep a hold of her and just like yonk the
Okay.
plug out as you go flying.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Don't get over it.
all right.
The endurance
Mob 2 is also gonna run away. And they're all just gonna run away because they all failed.
Can I try and push that one in the hole?
Just trip him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Give me an acrobatics or sleight of hand check.
Both have -1.
Please nat 20 this.
Here we go. That's not bad. That's
He's
high
good.
for me. That's high for me. Just a spare cable comes out.
Yes!
All right. They failed their deck save. As they begin running, and you just like shove, and they just tip over and like somehow go head first into the hole. You're not quite sure how they managed to get that perfect
Swan dive.
weird U-shaped fall over, but they managed it.
They were going down on. They were going to go on all fours and run. So, but they ended up going. Ah, whoa.
As you just hear a little and he's gone. Just like that.
And he's gone.
But yes, Zormir, it is your turn. The rats are fleeing, apart from the dead one next to you. And the point has just been flung through the doorway, and Lou and Gwen are just standing there as all the other rats have started to flee away down the corridor as well.
I moved to get in front of the point, and wait.
Can they do opportunity attacks on them as they run past them?
Yes, but for the sake of mechanics, they don't do any damage.
Oh.
They're just flavor NPCs right now. Whole point of the support system is I didn't have to worry about them outside of the support rounds. They're just there battling, almost like pantomime battling.
Gwent's cowering somewhere, and Lugrim is distracted by something.
Yeah, they're doing damage and taking out the enemies that aren't on the map.
As I say to him,
What are you up to?
He's punching
Wait
the point in the
fuck
face.
up! Thunder Gauntlet to him in the
That's where he
face.
has 11 hit points.
I don't think he can stop a 21. And
The
now he
point-
can only attack
Sorry.
me.
Didn't realise I was muted. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, you take 11 thunder damage as Zormir has just sucker punched you in the face.
And I'm saying him wake the fuck up as I say it. Because I started to figure out that he's a bit charmed.
Just a
You just
little
see their
bit.
tattoos still glowing.
Mm.
Zormir, is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
I could hit him twice, but I'm not gonna.
Just punch him again.
Oh,
Bam!
yeah, I'll give them advantage on their save next round. In that case, we do a support and fuck you, but we're mostly coming to the end of this combat initiative right now.
Does fuck you want to just stab the point as well?
Fuck you, boy.
You guys that scene in Aeroplane?
Yes. Let's all get a shot in.
I mean, if
Working some things out.
You guys are terrible comrades.
Mm.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I
was
was gonna
gen.
say-
I'm not gonna hit him. Of course not.
Gonna
if
shoot me instead.
yeah, I was gonna say if Zormir said something about him being charmed.
Mm,
He just screamed, wake the fuck up.
Because
Fuck
Thinking
you.
is-
To be
Charm.
fair, you guys are seasoned enough adventurers that you know what charm effects are.
I was gonna say, fuck you probably understand that as him being like charmed or something.
Yeah, he's
like
acting weird.
that. Yeah. So he's going to start strumming counter charm again, just to potentially help the point on his next save. Is anyone still looking hurt?
Again, Avina's tinily bit scratched, but she's fine otherwise.
Bloodied.
Blooded. So I'm just going to stand here.
But
so
we're not in any immediate danger, and we can probably short rest after this.
That's fine.
Not yet.
So
Yeah, so
I'm
a couple rounds away.
yeah. I'm just going to mass healing word again. Again, 4th level.
Oh, yeah, the point is also fairly badly injured now.
I mean, I'm gonna heal the point as well.
Yeah, it's-
Thank you.
Mass
Eventually.
healing word,
we-
and that's only a 9 on that one.
that's more than I needed
Oh,
still. It's
something.
greatly appreciated.
I'm back up to 4 as well now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just gone like from top full health to like.
Alright, is that your turn, Fukyu?
Yep, that'll be me.
Then we go back to the Devil's Piper, who is still 2 rounds away from being fully reincarnated again into his sarcophagus. So there's still a chance. Now, the difference between Divine Inspiration and Favor from the Divine is that it's not a one-time use ability.
I assume. Because it had a different name.
It did. He can use it again. However, on the second attempt, and for any potential third attempt that may come along, he has to roll an 8 or lower.
I like that.
Diminishing return.
Still calling it 15.
So he gets one more chance, but his chances are halved as
I'll
Well,
say 65.
Divine.
call.
I got 25.
Goes away.
85 again.
We're all with 5s.
0, which equals 100.
So he needs an 8 or lower. Are you ready? This is now actually lower than any cleric can actually roll because they always start at a 10.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out if anyone is out there.
Roll the dice, stop stalling, come on.
No, it's hype. Hype it up. 45. You had, if one of us had picked the other number, we picked every 5 but that one.
The Grim calls 45.
Yeah.
Alvina, it's your turn.
Alvina is going to look at where the point was
Interfacing with?
interfacing, going, that's weird. And
Stick
she's
with than that.
going to. What other things do I have to do? What things do I have? Give me a moment.
Well, you need to attack or be attacked. To keep
Yeah, I do want to keep the rage up.
Punch yourself in the face.
I had an item that did that in a previous campaign, actually. Actually, I know what Alvina's gonna do. She's fine losing the rage for this, actually. She's basically going to jump on top of the sarcophagus
Okay.
and just hold the lid down.
No!
Just pretty much just like, she can probably figure somebody, he's probably gonna try and get out. I imagine there's some banging on it or something.
He now is no longer pinned down, so there is definitely some movement echoing from inside.
Yeah, so she's gonna like just use all her strength and all her weight, just hold the door shut. Like even if the door starts opening, she's gonna force it to stay closed.
Fair. Okay.
She's brave.
Strength check against the machine. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, is that your turn?
yeah, pretty much. So I'm losing my rage.
Professor, it's your turn.
I do nothing really.
It's like, what are we gonna do, really?
There's nothing really I can do. I mean, does the point still look charmed?
Yeah, but the option was go and beat up the point. So
You could contemplate the new power you've gained.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna sort of stand there and revel in this new power.
That's fair. In that case, the point, it is your turn. What would you like to do before you make your check?
Before I make my check,
You've been punched in the face.
I know what I'm going to do. It's not going to be... I'm going to turn invisible.
Counterspell.
Just absent-mindedly counterspell it. He's got line of sight, I think.
So I was casting
Yeah, but-
some magic items, so it's just
Isn't
like...
Oh, maybe.
Then I can't counter it. It's fine.
Oh, you can't counter it if it's through...
If it's a magic item or scroll, I can't counter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Enough.
I cast it through Merida.
And
Then-
then doesn't counterspell have a range as well? A 30.
I think 60.
Alright, 60.
It's 60.
Alright.
Dispel
Yeah,
magic.
30 feet would Casper
It would
be
be
way
like
more
the next
balanced. Casper would be way more balanced if it was 30.
Well, it's because
Yeah,
most
it would.
spells are 120.
Exactly.
Unless you're cleric.
Yeah.
Which case,
But I hear it being cast. I hear someone about to cast invisibility, and I look around, and it's you just plucking an instrument.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's
Stop
I've
him.
not even survived collapse. I've just still got Merida in my hand, just like...
no, that's fair. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save with double advantage. Roll 3d20 and take the highest.
Oh.
So, before this happens, I would have
Double advantage isn't
while
a thing.
invisible.
It technically is, but usually only for elves.
Oh, double advantage.
7.
Yeah, roll 3 times.
8.
You got punched
Eight.
in the
You
face.
get a fucking 9!
Get a 9.
You bastard! You rat
point,
bastard!
Anyone says to you, you're determined. This is your destiny.
Right, point. I'm gonna just knock you funky conscious next turn. I don't care
I
anymore.
turned invisible.
The thing is, I can't even help him with flash now because he's invisible. I can't see him.
Just running. That's the point. He starts to flee along with the other rats.
Where
Professor,
the fuck did he go?
I have a request. Can you cast See Invisibility on me again next turn? So I'm just gonna fucking chase down the point and beat him unconscious.
Oh, Zormir, it's your turn.
Uh,
The place is skittering with rats and the point running away.
the point still seems charmed. He ran away. Invisible. I can't.
Yes. They would. This is a devil.
It is a
They
devil.
are. They are very rare here.
They're
I
quite
thought they
common
all
back.
died.
They're quite common back from where we come from.
I'm going to ask Gwent to take my place, and I'm going to move up to here.
You're gonna just hold the other door just in case.
Yeah.
Hold
like,
the
I don't-
line! Make a line of bodies so he can't get through!
Yep.
Yeah, that really stopped Sauron in the prologue of Lord of the Rings, didn't it? A line of
Right.
bodies.
Yeah, but
Take my
Sauron's
place.
not a 4'3" dwarf, okay?
You don't know.
I do
Different
know.
camera
He's a
angles to
13.
achieve different things.
He's a 14-foot god.
So say the legends, anyway.
So says the book.
While all your allies come to support you, you get a barrier.
I mean, Sauron wasn't a god.
He was basically the little gods.
Fuck you, it's your turn.
Okay.
Make a companion cube wall in the other way so he really can't get in. That's what I was going to do, by the way, if Alvina had any of them. She was going to throw a companion cube and pin the thing down with one of those.
Just piss on a companion cube and put it in the way.
I was going to use my water vial, but sure.
Fuck you's gonna bounce to the throne room.
Okay.
Just sit on the throne.
Mention door. Throne room.
Yep.
You do so. You see a skittering of rats running through.
It's going to kill them all.
Oh no, we've unleashed fuck you.
Fully operational battle goblin.
What would you like to do, fuck you? I dread to ask.
Right. Well, that's my action. What can I do bonus action wise?
Fear him the other way.
The other way. Herding fucking rat cattle.
I mean, I've not got many bonus actions that I can do.
You could say something, at least.
Hmm?
You could say something to them as they're running.
Flee for your lives.
You'd say, yeah, that's right, you better run.
All right. Well, that's fuck you as they vanish from sight.
Hang on. Oh, it's an action to activate my mental whispers.
Just also appear like one of the rats.
All right.
Yep.
As we finish this up, this is the Devil Piper last chance to attempt to free themselves. They need a 4 or lower on their divine help. Let's find out if they get it.
15.
I'm gonna say 9.
90!
90.
You were good!
No.
Ryan.
You got part of it!
5.
Yep, all
9
right.
is still the wrong way around.
As the last of the machine hums to fruition, and you stop to hear movement from inside. And then there's a quiet that fills the area, except for the point. You hear soft melody, soft serenade begin to play at the back of your head like you first did when approaching the cathedral. And suddenly, the active charm effect of the devil is gone.
You just jumped
You're
out of
back.
the toilet for no reason.
But you come back to your senses. You're not entirely sure what happened. You don't feel like what the devil did was wrong. They were trying to save, or trying to convince the party to help, but at the same time, you can kind of see how the party might negatively react to this. Like, it's manipulation.
Enslavement.
You're currently invisible and not in line of sight of any of your party, so you can spend however long you want mulling this over before you return to them as to what you want to do and what you want to say to them.
Yeah.
We'll smell you coming back, though.
It's I'm gonna make sure I'm not in the toilet hole while I'm mulling it over.
That is fair. But yes, from there we will end initiative and just go to an open game state, as the Devil's Piper has been returned to their slumber, as they begin to play the melody.
Right.
I will now use the on-off cantrip and switch them, like depower the machine. Just turn it
Machine
off.
that's keeping him in suspended
I'm about to say, we
animation.
probably don't want to do that.
But it might
You
kill
know,
him.
Turning it off will
I don't
defrost
think you
him.
understand what's happening here. He's being kept in stasis by the machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, sorry. I thought if I switched it off, it would kill him.
Nah,
Then-
it's not
then
life
it
support.
might- Okay.
Yeah, it's not life
Okay.
support. He doesn't need it to live.
Oh.
Alright,
He's just
I've got an
damaged,
idea.
he's healed.
Scary, yeah, fuck you. Wait, where's fuck you gone?
Gone.
That's what Alvina's
yeah,
gonna
sure.
do. He's like, fuck you, we need you back here.
Alvina,
Yes?
I realize you don't particularly trust me, but as the only two still in here fighting these creatures and making sure this creature is in slumber, I noticed you picked up some scrolls. Do you think I could borrow one? The
Did I?
one that creates a stone wall. We can seal off this area so that none can... Well, we can make it more difficult for them to wake this creature again.
Oh no, that's not what that's not what, that wasn't from a scroll. That's why I'm asking fuck you to get back. I want to bury this fucker in clay.
Ah,
That's the first proper use of the clay you've done to bury
Yes.
a devil.
To bury.
let us do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for him. Can we go find him? Where's he gone? Fuck you, we need you back here. I'm just gonna bellow that down the corridors.
We flash to fuck you. All the rats will attempt to flee and hide from you if you attempt to attack them, but
If
they're
if
also weak.
fleeing,
They're weak enough that they won't pose any risk to you.
I mean, if they're already fleeing from me, fuck you will be happily attacking them.
Yes, they flee, dash, disengage, hide. They do whatever they want. They're rats.
They're gonna be
running.
exterminated.
Jesus.
They also have the capability of using their action to shape change into a rat, or to a giant
Run
rat
into
and
the walls.
crawl through holes. You'll be able to get a few of them before they're able to do it if you wish.
Oh yeah.
But eventually you just can't find any. They've all gone into deep hiding.
they come find fuck you just covered in blood.
Right, come on. Albina will eventually like run after you and try and find you, and just covered in rat guts, and like you've got a severed head of one in one hand. It's like, right, and he's like completely nonplussed, like, right, come on, we need the companion cubes. We've got an idea.
You say you run
okay.
off and find fuck you and leave the professor here with the machine.
Yeah, Albina
And
would
with
have
the
like
devil.
run off at some point.
Ring round.
Yeah, I mean
looking
Zormia's
at
gonna be here
Professor.
essentially.
Yeah,
Oh,
Zormir and the
Zormir
rest of
here.
your allies are
Oh,
still
sorry.
there.
They're all like here. They're like in the doorway.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
They're
they
creating a
come.
bargain.
Albina will just go and sprinted off though, which
They
she'll
never
find
left
pretty
your line of
quick.
sight.
Could
What
I begin
the
dismantling things? I
Poison.
just sort of kneel down in front of control panels and start stripping wires and such.
What the fuck did you just do?
I believe I just removed a large copper cable from section C113 of the port.
No, not that. I'm meaning earlier on.
Oh, when I absorbed some of the energy. I was low on reserves, and it is how I feed. This body cannot be sustained by lightning alone, Doctor.
Conventional means.
Apologies. I saw an
Sight
opportunity. Okay.
is what you're telling me truthful.
See, my passive deception's higher than that. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Passive deception's not
I-
really a
but-
thing, is the thing though.
By one.
Yeah, you still got to roll. This is still a contested check.
Okay.
If passive deception,
Unless your minimum beats it, there's a chance.
There we go. There we go.
It's Arcana.
that's Arcana, yeah.
Oh, shit. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's both are +8. My apologies, Doctor. I did not mean to cause you any alarm. But my power circuits are operating at maximum capacity for the journey towards the Oni King's palace. And the professor bows slightly.
That
Would you
was
like
in-
to assist in taking this machine apart? Or parts of it, rather.
We don't want to take it apart. We needed to keep him in there.
Well, but the non-essential wires can be useful.
What wires?
Yeah.
Imagine it's an
know. I
arcane
don't know,
magic
so-
table.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know,
Arcanite.
some kind of...
Architect.
Alright, fine then.
It's not regular tech. It's mostly
No,
crystal based.
These crystals are fun, right?
That's Alvina thinking right there.
Even then, you're only able to access the crystal through the damaged part, so all the crystals are damaged as well.
It is just shattered.
Yeah, there's no
Then
there's no
I-
like compartment you can open.
Cool, I'll begin casting mending on crystals and stuff to just get a slate of them. Just hold them together and repair them together.
Super glue.
I just have
It
little
depends
crystals.
how badly they're smashed by
All right,
Alpina.
fair. No, go ahead and roll me a d4.
If you reactivate it, I'm killing you.
All right, you get 3 units of useless crystals.
They're pretty though. They can be used to bribe
Pretty
Alvina.
enough.
They're not useless.
Fine, you get 3 units of inert crystals.
That can be charged with soul magic.
Probably not.
Well, they charged them with soul magic before.
Well, technically they're conduits, but you still have to have something to charge. Technically, you can charge anything as a conduit. So the technology already exists. It's not special to you.
You charge a leaflet with soul magic.
But the point, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw for your exhaustion. This
Okay,
level
time
is
for this.
DC 10. It's a DC 10.
But this is the save which I actually pass.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, there we go.
22!
Oh,
You
24 hours,
bastard!
nothing for you.
You bastard!
He's a rock star. He sleeps for a week. No, other way around.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep for a week and then sleeps for a week.
That's true.
I mean, that was insanely risky. I mean, that's a lot of energy that would have explode through you. You could have killed yourself with that.
Doctor, I know what death is like. I would have let go before killing myself.
Again.
Trust
Please
me, Doctor.
don't take
Trust.
those kind of risks again.
I'm sorry I alarmed you.
I need to explain a few things, but I'd rather everyone is here.
Yes. For a moment I glimpsed that the power cycling through my systems, I could glimpse into the ethereal plane. Who was the creature you were with?
We'll find out when we flash back to them in a moment when they explain it to the whole party. We
Yep.
flash back to Fukyu and Alvina.
Yeah, Alvina's like run off. I'm assuming after like 5 minutes she's found Fuck You, covered in blood with like a severed head in one hand.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because the scene is highly censored with black lines.
Yeah. But yeah, Alvina, completely nonplussed in any way, right, goes, right, fuck you. You finished?
Yeah.
Cool. I need the use of the companion cubes. Come on, let's bury this guy alive.
Alright, yeah, cool.
And then we just return, pretty much.
Oh, maybe I should give the deaf character to you. Anyway.
The deaf character?
Oh.
What?
It's fine. It's fine. It's plot things. You don't need to worry about it. Moving on.
Okay.
I'll wait for one of you guys to die if you ever did.
Neat.
We move back to the point while you were at the statue. Is there anything you'd like to roleplay for the audience or anything, or we can just say you had a moment there and you come back to the party?
Let's just say I had a
Oh,
moment,
stuff.
and yeah, we might as well say what that was once I've done with this. So,
We're gonna-
yeah, I'd say I had a moment and just had a bit of a prayer. I'm not going to roleplay it, or I'd just say, just talking to Melody, just like, I'm sorry I failed you.
No, that's fine. And you attempt to stealth back.
I
very
took
quickly.
stuff back and rolled in that one.
doing your stealth music. Ta-da.
Dun, dun,
Why-
dun, dun, dun.
Why the heck do you stink so badly?
Why the heck do you
Yes?
glow so much?
I was born like this.
Very well.
You don't usually smell this bad, so I'm assuming you weren't born with this.
So,
That's the weirdest compliment ever.
why were you trying to help them? They tried to subjugate us, even used charms on you. And I suppose all these rats, speaking of which, where are they all?
They ran
You're
off.
staring at the
I'm
wall.
saying that
Oh,
as
sorry.
I see fuck you
Chuck,
coming
yeah.
in covered in blood. What the hell have you been up to?
Rats.
Oh,
The point,
Rats.
okay.
the point just says, all of them?
Most of them.
Good for you.
You'll just see the colour drain from his face.
I am sorry, Point, but you know how the fuck you is when people insult him, or
Or do
attack him.
anything aggressive towards him.
Why is it always murder?
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she expects that.
because he has deep psychological
Issues.
issues that I do not know how to resolve without him trying to murder me.
Anyway, Professor, you're gonna have to step aside for a moment. As Alvina's like taking one of the companion cubes out of the
So,
back.
the point will just shout over to Gwent. Do they have therapy in this Alterra?
But
Yeah.
Gwent just
I
hangs your
could
head and
try.
shakes. No,
I could
I wish.
help you with that if you want to have a few sessions later.
Help me with what?
I was thinking for the goblin.
Oh,
Anyone who needs therapy is definitely adventurers.
Yeah. So how many companion
Yeah, the
cubes?
point
are
needs
gonna-
therapy.
Alvina probably
That's
needs
fine.
therapy, but she'll kill the
press-
therapist.
so I
I press my
have-
eye and begin recording.
I wish to record this for posterity.
Oh, cool.
I've got 4 more.
Yeah. How many do we need to like seal it off fairly securely?
Was it 10-foot wall?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
I
10 by 10 walls, and this
So at
thing's...
least 2. 20-foot
I would say
range.
a minimum of 2,
Yeah.
maybe up to 4 if you really want to secure it.
We could put one there, one there, and then one over the doorway itself, right in the middle. So we could keep one.
I'm assuming that the 10 by 10 will completely seal like that.
Yeah.
So do you want to use 2?
Do you want to use
Use
2?
two.
I can do a thing to help reinforce.
Well, we already know how to reinforce it.
What?
Fire.
Oh yeah.
We fire it.
Yeah,
Remember, it
but
turns into a
just
solid
wanna-
wall.
Yeah, but I'm gonna add some more stuff to it before that happens.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna use 2 of them.
If you mold earth on them, they might not ceramify.
That's fair,
Ah,
actually.
well.
Yeah.
This is why we experiment.
Well, Alvin is gonna pour water onto and like put them in place so they'll expand to cover the whole thing.
It's fair, you do so.
Okay, 2 giant walls. Right. What are you planning?
Fuck you pulls out the fire key.
Yep.
And puts it up against them.
They both solidify.
Just assume those are equal and connected to each
Yeah, and like cover the whole thing. Yeah, we get it.
other.
Right.
You with some... I don't know, does anybody have masonry skills?
Dwarves.
The point technically has something.
Got some
It's
form
got
of
stone,
dwarf.
stone
It's got
sense,
stone
yeah.
cunning.
Yeah, the stone thing.
Stone
That's what we
sense. I sense this is stone.
This is a rock.
No, I think it's clay.
This
Yeah.
is rocks.
Does ceramic count as a rock?
Oh my god. Is that why
check
you're a
that.
bard? Because you were in line at school and you thought, I'm so excited to learn about rock. And you're just like Gene Simmons and everyone else is just like dressed like wrestlers and or masons and it's like, yeah, a different kind of rock. That's next door. Oh shit.
There is a non-zero chance it might have something to do with mistranslating the tattoos.
Okay. Cool.
As far as you are aware, you have created a great seal, but without any knowledge, you have no way to actually confirm how great a job you did. It looks like you did an okay job.
Yeah.
There is one way to see. Alvina?
Yeah.
Smash.
Nope.
Fetch.
No, because I will actually smash the wall. I've tested it on the other one.
Yeah, they still have an AC in hit points. And
Like-
given how much damage this girl does, she just like,
Let's-
smashes both of them on a hit.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it as is.
Wait, we can do one thing which is very important though. Fuck you,
I
write
think
holy
confused.
wall on it.
I think
Yeah.
it'll keep whatever of the rats that are here from interfering with it anymore and stop them sacrificing themselves to it.
Yeah, we write holy wall on it. That's how fuck you's doing.
Well- Grey Whisker's not here anymore, so
Oh yeah, he's down the hole, which is still there.
Hold still there, yeah.
and
I-
these things breed like rabbits, so they might change their religion every few years anyway.
Exactly.
I have a ritual I will cast upon it. I will be 10 minutes. In the meantime, Doctor, perhaps you could explain who the glowing creature was with you when you were siphoning the energy
That was me,
from
wasn't
the
it?
device. No, there was a creature standing beside Dr. Zarmir.
Oh.
And why you decided that... Am I muted? Good. And why you decided something you've seen once was a better bet than just gestures at the wall.
You've seen it before.
Because the end goal is to bring magic to everyone, not just the people who are hoarding it. I
Get
mean,
more magic.
this place is nothing like ours.
That's
Yes.
kind of like ours.
Precisely. You do not know the rules.
And we are going to-
If suddenly, Doctor, you were to create a hole in a dam, and the dam suddenly burst, it would destroy the valley that the town is in. Do you not understand that if you bring magic back all of a sudden to everything, the damage it would wreak? It would destroy so many lives, more lives than it would save.
And if suddenly you had the magic to fix that hole as well as damage,
Nature
You
is
think,
unbounded.
you're thinking too logically and too narrow-mindedly there.
I think literally, not logically, was the right word there.
Yes, literally. And I,
Like, thinking
I'm-
through this logically is a good thing, from what I'm told.
we need to change things here. The hoarding of this magic is not helping anyone.
So,
I mean, it
is it-
stifles creativity. I mean, there's bloody no artificer left in this world except for these relics.
so Zomir, what you're saying is you've got an imaginary magic friend who you're trying to make into something powerful, and if you do that, we get more magic.
This whole plane will have more magic.
But we will get more magic.
Yes?
Cool, I'm down. What's the name? Is it the witness that you shouted out earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a shit name.
I just, like, look to the right of Zormir and go, "Hi, witness!"
They are not there anymore.
Oh,
And you know,
that's a very good point.
I could see them when the magic flowed through me.
Is the magic flowing through you?
The magic flows through us all. It is like a god. Am I right, Gwen? And I raise my hand for a high five.
Gwen shies away, probably.
They don't give
Yeah.
you a high five. They look away from you.
Self
They
five.
just mutter under their breath.
Take it.
No, of course not.
That's not how clerics work.
Magic is all around us.
I know. We get more
No,
magic.
it's not.
I mean, it is.
No, it's not.
Albina's
many ways
Albina's
it
an
is.
idiot, so she can be convinced it is.
The magic is stifled. It is restrained. It is bound by rules and by these entities that call themselves the leaders of this world and all that, who
Oh,
look
I
down
meant
on us.
Magic. I meant the power of love and friendship. You meant actual magic. Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes. I'm all for taking down the government.
Anarchy!
Yes, and how would you like it if there was
Anarchy,
more
Alterra.
Yeah!
magic and less rules that could
Dalvin and fuck you
Stop
actually
you-
high five on that, by the way.
stop you
Fewer
creating
rules.
new things?
Fewer rules does not equal better life.
No
If there
rules.
was
No.
If there were no law against murder, people would murder all the time.
We already do.
If there
Yeah.
were if there was magic constantly, if there was
There are laws
magic
against
all
that.
the time for everyone,
Apparently.
then magic would be used irresponsibly. At an alarming rate.
And?
You do not see the potential, you see the downside, and I choose to see the potentials that is. You have a stifling government what won't let you actually do anything with and hunt you and kill you and destroy you or enslave you. Would you not like the freedom to create something your own?
Freedom is dangerous, Doctor.
It's fun, though.
In the wrong hands.
Freedom is
Can be
dangerous in the
dangerous.
wrong hands? What?
Topical.
Let me see how you talking. I know there are bad people, but I'm not saying we get rid of rules to govern people as normal
But
society.
you are. That is
I'm
what you
saying we're
suggest.
getting rid of the rules to dictate who and what has magic, or how or magic appears, or anything like that. Because only the powerful seem to have magic here. Or Some-
you would give it to the rest of us, Doctor? How does that make you any different from a god? How does that make you any different from them? You decide who gets what.
I am not deciding. I'm giving it to everyone. What are you not hearing here? What are you not understanding? It is freedom of magic to everyone, not just the powerful.
I don't know, man. That sounds like communism to me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Lean too far one direction.
Professor's
you
brain
risk
can't
anarchy.
comprehend communism.
I mean,
Lean
is
too
communism
far
so
another way.
bad?
Yes. If everyone has their heart's desire, they will become lazy. They will have nothing to shoot for.
So the alternative is they all die in misery and pain, never getting anything they want. I'm taking the heart's desire, thank you very much.
A person's reach, a person's dreams should extend beyond their grasp. Otherwise, they would have nothing to reach for.
Well, no, they shouldn't reach beyond their grasp. They should go and get it. They should just step forward. Like, if you
Yes,
look,
they
this is
should.
my reach. I can
Yes,
step
but
here,
if-
and then I can reach further. It works great.
Yes, but if it is given to them immediately without them working for it,
Then I have to get more.
how is that any better?
Then you just get more.
They
You keep
wouldn't
working
and
for it,
Sometimes,
but
and
then you get it anyway.
sometimes there are people who would take the magic of others.
Yes?
Sometimes there are people who would take the lives.
What do you
of
think
others
they're doing
in order
right
to
now?
achieve
Yes.
their needs. Yes, exactly. So how is the new government any better or any different than the one we have?
Because it's anarchy, which means that there's no one in charge, which means we do what we want. Because
There is a deep sigh.
you're literally
perhaps-
talking with a brick wall. More intense than
Perhaps you will see when we reach the Oni King's palace.
Oh yeah, we've got to do that.
Yes. Shall we set out immediately?
Let's have an hour. The point needs a bath.
Can we fast forward through the hour?
Yeah.
Anarchy, anarchy. I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Yes, you all gain the benefits of a short rest.
Yeah. But basically,
I'm
it's
gonna
like
go off-
I'll be just
Right.
going that up. I want a short rest, and also the point needs a fucking bath because he just spent like 5 minutes in the toilet.
During
He
the
didn't spend 5 minutes of time. He just passed through.
I assumed he had to climb out,
Sometimes that's all
and I
it
assumed
takes.
it's a hole.
It dips towards the center where the actual like pool is, but the outer edge is still a rocky terrain. You can still walk through it.
Where it seems the professor currently is. There you go. Yeah, I'd just stay on the edge.
That's where I would be. Towards the end of the hour, I'd begin casting a ritual. As well.
Oh,
I will
also,
be outside preparing.
when Fucky was killing the were-rats, he would have also been stealing their shadows as well.
No, so you got a collection.
Aren't there only so many of those you can have?
Apparently not.
There isn't a rule for it. It never got like FAQ'd.
It just says, as a reaction, when a humanoid dies within 30 feet of you, you can capture its shadow.
Yeah.
Until you use it or you finish a long rest. It doesn't give a limit on how many I can have.
Yeah,
Alright, roll me a d6.
it's one of the ones that never got FAQ'd, which is probably going to get FAQ'd when they redo the books. 1!
Unknown to everyone else because it would damage your street cred. You only officially killed one extra one before the rest managed to escape into the wall.
You spent a lot of time on that one.
Ben, is this Mantle of Whispers?
Yes.
The final sentence of that says once you capture a shadow with this feature, you can't capture another one until you finish a short or long rest.
Maybe it did get FAQ'd.
Not from what I'm reading.
I'm looking at Xanathar's guide right now.
Yeah,
Another
but,
creature can see through the disguise. Once you capture a shadow, can't capture another one until you finish a short or long rest.
Yep, it does say that.
why
It got
does again
FAQ.
nothing- As a reaction, when a humanoid dies within 30 foot of you, you can capture its shadow until you use it or you finish a long rest. As an action, you can use a shadow to disguise yourself as a dead person for 1 hour or until you end it as a bonus action. While disguised, you gain enough information to pass yourself as a person. Another creature can detect the disguise and insert check versus your deception check, you gain +5 bonuses. Nothing about
Yeah.
anymore.
There's a line after that that says, once you capture a shadow with this feature, you can't capture another one with it until you finish a long rest. A short long
Not
rest.
from what I'm reading.
Oh, where are you reading that one?
I'm reading that from my character sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking at you must have like just missed that last line because literally
There is
it's
no
the
last
very.
line.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on the 5e wiki.
When I actually click it, it shows it.
Yeah, it's like it must have been
Okay.
cut off for some reason, essentially. It must have been FAQ'd at some point, because I believe it originally was Infinite.
No, in Xanathar's Guide, the book.
Was it a newer
It-
version?
it-
I got
it
mine on
sounds
release.
like- It sounds like you can collect infinite, but you can only collect one per short rest. So if you
Yeah.
kill someone, take a short rest, kill someone, take a short rest, etc.
Yeah.
You just get infinite.
Oh, here I go killing again.
Okay, again. Yeah, but per circlock, I don't know. Per thingy rules, you can't like just do short rests and avoid long rests. Otherwise, the DM will slap you.
Oh, 100%.
In that case, I've only got that one then.
Fair, you can be a were-rat whenever you want. Or at least until I guess your next long rest or whatever.
Nice.
Who cares? I don't know. Yes, you all get the benefits of a short rest. As what would the party like to do next? Not in terms of like immediately, in terms of what is your direction? What would you like to go next? Just so I can set up the end of the session effectively, since we're at 9:30.
Well,
We go fetch
Well,
Drax if he's not back yet.
Hmm?
And then
I'd
we
be having a-
keep heading forward towards the Unikings, right?
I'd have a conversation with the point whilst he's.
Yes, there are. Yes, this conversation, and there are no rats left, are there?
None that you can find. If there are any, you can still hear scuttering in the walls, but they seem to be no longer interacting with the party.
During the short rest, Alvina is gonna loot the building.
Yeah, so the point is going to do some light looting.
Some light looting.
Now, apart, except for me
Remember,
giving you a
It's
bunch of
more, like,
trash
it's more
here,
like shopping, isn't it? It's more like
are
shopping.
you looking for anything specifically? Because they mostly have trash.
Alvina's gonna
Well,
look for.
If they have any
Usually
trash
the
instruments,
rugs
those.
and woven clothing.
Alvina's mostly gonna look for anything magical. Doesn't care if it's not useful magical. She's gonna look for anything magical. And if she can't find anything magical, she's gonna loot every mushroom she can find that looks or smells edible.
It's a lot of mushroom.
Yeah.
This entire room is barren by the time Alvina's done.
Same here, but just grabbing some mushroom wine.
Wait until the.
Oh yeah, and I'm stealing one of the
point-
potted plants.
point
I said that last
um,
session. I'm stealing a pot plant.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm waiting until the point's up and anywhere near the professor and having a conversation with him.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys can all do that, because we're
Actually,
effectively gonna be
yeah.
time skipping a little bit.
There's one more thing I want
Those
to do before.
with the highest investigation, go ahead and those with the two with the highest investigation, roll me an investigation check.
I've got
Uh,
+4.
I've got
I
negative
got
2.
+7.
I've got +4.
+7.
I have got.
Plus 13.
All right, man. Calm down.
Well, I accidentally whisper rolled that anyway, so.
Give it a plus.
12.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Low rolls. A 5 and a 3, naturally. Yeah, I was distracted. I was creating a mouth on the wall, telling all rats and everyone else to be gone. That's what my magic mouth says. There are no hidden ruins behind here. Be gone.
And it says Holy Wall written on it in whatever goblin script that fuck you wrote.
This is a place of honor. Be gone from here, or evil will befall you.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Do not look behind.
Pay no attention to this tiefling in the glass jar.
It's a found demon.
I mean, curtains are a thing.
And then I go outside and begin casting an honor spell. Which you guys will see when you come out at the end of your short rest.
What you could do, casting, sir?
Just a little thing.
Yeah, because I can't be bothered giving you a bunch of coins, because I don't particularly care, you get the equivalent of 2,100 gold pieces.
Nice.
Nice.
A mix, no, as a party.
Oh, I was about to say 2,107 then.
I'm just gonna give you effectively party loot. You guys can split it out however you want. I mostly assume you'll be spending money as a group anyway.
Yeah.
You want me to track this one?
I've got it written down.
You got.
But it's a mix of old coinage and what looks to be actual, like, kind of more circular or less, kind of less chunky, more flat chunks of actual gold ore.
Ooh, nice.
But they are still tradable in this world as coinage. So for the equivalent, they just don't have proper coin technology anymore.
Yeah. They don't have a mint.
Not since the fall of whatever this old Noid empire they spoke of was. You get the equivalent of 2,100 gold pieces.
Nice.
As well as... Ooh, 3 rolls on table A.
I'm assuming it's primordial, but it could be the other one because of demon. Or devil. What was it? Radiant? Is that the other one?
Divine.
Divine. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't have
What are we?
finished mine.
What are we rolling? Nice.
1 second. On the salvage table makes sense, because they don't really have the, like, traditional magic items here. Let's see. Whoever didn't roll an investigation, roll me a d20, and the first 3 to roll will get effectively pick the item.
12.
Point. Alvina. And fuck you.
Given these guys have pretty much been kind of scavenging and hoarding from the nearby Oni settlement and whatever has kind of been deeply buried in the salvage, it'll be primordial salvage.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's more likely what they have. Okay, 12.
Mhm.
All right, Alvina, it's appropriate that you're the one to find this, as hidden behind the throne
No. No more dragons.
Please, more dragons.
No.
is another Arclight feather.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
Nice! I have 4.
I've got 1.
Oh yeah, I was counting that one. Sorry. I thought we'd traded that one already. I have...
What do you mean? Alvina's gonna come beat you up until you decide to trade with them. Oh,
What did we get?
no. I'm gonna slightly change that one.
Is it another dragon, eh?
No.
Okay.
What are we talking about? It's not
It was
that
another dragon!
The rat. It's a baby rat.
It's a baby were.
Baby rat egg.
It's a rat egg!
The point. Unbeknownst to everyone else, you too found something while you were having your private moment with the statue.
Yay.
I will whisper you this later as to what you found.
Okay, that's
It will be your choice
Whispers.
as to whether or not you reveal.
okay.
What was the next one?
9.
2 at 9?
9.
Huh. Where would this one most likely be? Stored away in the front mechanisms of the room, you find a little pouch tied up high, because apparently you're just exploring all the high places. You find explored up high in the mechanism what appears to be just kind of glinting in the darkness of the corner. You find a little cloud in a bottle on a little string attached to the high point, almost kind of conveniently placed so that if you're on the scaffolding up high, you might be able to quickly grab it if you were to fall.
It lets you double jump if Terraria is anything to go by.
Yeah, okay, so.
Who knows? I don't believe you've actually determined what cloud in a bottle does.
I don't think we found one yet. I think we only had them in the other game.
I mean, we've not deciphered what the trollheads do yet either.
I mean, the troll heads in an acid, I think.
Yeah,
We're working
it's
it
We've
out.
got like 4 bottles.
Yeah, as far as we know, they're just trollheads in a jar.
That we just used to spend time by mocking them occasionally.
Yeah.
Rat ocean.
Because we've not thought, what would happen if we throw one of these at someone?
Yeah.
Or at least fuck you's not gotten to the point where he's just throwing shit at people.
Yeah, so far Albina's just thrown people at shit so far this session.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, fuck you'd probably throw one at Big Toe.
See what happens.
I mean,
Is-
just because like Big Toe would annoy him at some point.
I love the concept that it's
Fuck,
shattered.
he knows this big toe's coming after us, but doesn't tell anyone yet.
I love the concept that it shatters, it gets covered in acid, and then all the trolls just start biting him. That's what like piranha.
Yeah. I'm a piranha.
So what's happening then? Aside from looting?
Okay, so you guys can spend an hour here. How much longer at the cathedral would you like? You've discovered pretty much everything of value here. The rest of it is you can restock your food supplies or eat as many mushrooms as you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably loot all the mushrooms.
Yep.
What is the game plan in terms of how long would you like to stay here? When would you like to leave? Etc.
Pretty much me
Pretty
when
sharpish. We just killed their god.
we
And
just
their
killed
leader.
their god and slaughtered their entire family.
Oh, sir.
And threw their leader in the toilet.
Looks like the stream must
Yeah.
have just gone down, by the way.
Still on my end.
Okay, it's mine then.
Fair.
It might have been the
which-
Alterra stream went down, but my one's actually still running.
Yes, I am watching Alterra stream.
Yeah.
As you leave, you collect your hydras, and the rest of the party discover the orc biker is dead.
Oh yeah, I told
Potentially
him that.
just entirely missing, depending on what remains of it.
Albina turned it into rations, remember? There's just a skeleton in one corner that has been...
There's just a skeleton.
Alterra's back up.
It's just some
Refreshing.
chewed bones from that Susie
Good
was
to
like, probably
refresh.
gnawing on.
Uh,
I did say that the prisoner was dead. Said Susie ate him. By the way, does anyone want rations? Completely unrelated note.
There you go. Ali, I
As
just
you-
sent you what you discovered on your own. You can decide what you do with that information.
As you come outside, you see the professor sort of sat there cross-legged, finishing up a spell, sort of drawing symbols and such in the dirt. One of them, Alvina, looks like a dragon.
Yeah. I'm interested.
Another looks like a hand. Another like a grinning sort of mask. Another on the ground is a lock of hair and a bit of cloth. And they're drawing in the ground. And they turn and they say, "Ah, you are done resting. Are you ready to proceed?"
Is Drax back yet?
Yes, as you
He's
go
over there.
outside, you also find Drax has returned and is hanging out in the corridor.
Hey, Drax.
Oh, you're alive! How goody! I did want to hopefully pick your well, actually, I don't care about you. Is Zormir still alive?
He's alive.
yes.
Ah, Zormir, you're alive. Good, good.
Give me a second. Give me 10 minutes. I just need to try something. I'm gonna cast the same thing as the Gwen field, so we've got two now.
Oh, by Drax, what did you do with the ogres that went down that way?
Hmm? Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
I've got the stream open. I'm trying to scroll up on the spelled thing on the stream.
Okay.
But yes, you get a card. Describe to us what our card looks like.
Mine would probably be a bit more sort of metallic, but it's also got some reins coming from the front of it too, so we can attach it to Gregor pull as well to give it and the tires are a bit more sort of weird and sort of like more all terrain.
You make an
So-
SUV with a tow cable.
Yep.
There we go. We have a second car. So the party's effectively mounting up. You've had your short rest. You've had a long rest. Well, you've had a long rest previously. Then you had a combat. Then you had a short rest. You have 2 cars and 2 hydras now. Drax has returned, and while you haven't gained any new allies,
We
potentially
eliminated
new
a
enemy,
problem. We eliminated a problem.
you have at least discovered new information
No
and
comment.
fleshed out the world.
As you guys are loading up, my spell finishes, and a little streak of brownish sort of clockwork dragon streaks past us. The doctor made me aware that I did not seem immediately trustworthy to the rest of you, so I have endeavoured to create a spell which will allow us to track the Oni and the golem's presence towards the Oni King's palace. I have created this guiding hand. It will lead us on the most direct route to our destination.
Sweet.
So I'm concentrating on that. So it actually looks like as I sort of go towards Alvina and have you sort of twist my arm sort of floats there for a second, and then begins pointing the direction and then waving us forward. So I've got one arm.
That's pretty cool.
Where it reattaches.
I give it on. That's pretty cool.
Fair.
I hope this will help you to realize that I am on your side. I do wish to see this task complete. As I name Oni King's palace.
Alright, well if we're all good to go, I'd rather not get near that cathedral, and I'm fascinated to study this contraption more. The, what did you call it? The big lug guy with the Arkanite eyes.
Ah, the golem thing. What was his name? Virgil?
Me?
The Prime.
Prime. That was it.
Right.
Fine.
Yeah, shall we get
Optimus.
going?
Yep.
As the
I
party
settle in and concentrate.
passes by the stone bikes that you were unable to figure out how to operate, you get load up your 2 cars and 2 hydras. And with the hand kind of guiding you out in front, you begin on your journey through the vein-like corridors of this underground network. Now, for the sake of traveling, and also because there's nothing really of interest between the cathedral and your destination, we are going to skip forward to later in the day, as you've effectively moved 2 hexes since you are mounted. As, for the most part, you spend a good, let's say, 12 to 14 hours traveling via both your mounts and your cars, just kind of going through this landscape of these blood maroon walls that are ever so slightly porous, the rocky terrain kind of shaking the cars and the mounts here and there. You can occasionally hear faint echoing through the kind of porous rock, and the occasional rumble from off into the distance that you can only assume are these Titan gut worms. You spend some time in your respective vehicles, depending on who you're with, passing the time either through conversation, through little games, cards, whatever you're able to kind of preoccupy yourself, maybe going for a nap if you're the point. You won't be able to get in, or fuck you.
Or
You
assassin
won't be able to get any mechanical benefits out of it, but hey, you can flavor and roleplay this however you want.
I think Albino will be probably telling stories to Abigail on the back of Susie. This is what world was like. From that.
And even Drax occasionally will answer 1 or 2 questions if asked by Zormir.
But no one else.
We can flesh those out next week when they come around. But they're kind of background questions, nothing of particular importance, but might allow you to do 1 or 2 actual checks in the future with relation to it as well.
What was your childhood like, Drax? My father was emotionally distant. Is that what you want to hear, Zolmir? Fuck you.
What is your favourite flavour of soul?
Raspberry
Divine
Ripple.
Soul Sorcerer is so delicious.
Raspberry Ripple.
But yeah, it takes us on a direct path.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
for the
that's
whole
quite
day
true.
traveling, you do so.
Nice. But she didn't get lost for once.
So yeah, and you spend time reminiscing, especially the new characters to the world. your time here so far, it's now been coming up to a week now since you've been in this new world.
So much has happened.
Since arriving here and losing Steve, who at least some of you at least liked, even if you are a merciless party.
I like Steve, yeah.
Yeah,
fuck you,
there
lot,
are-
Steve.
So ready to just
I
forget.
tried to save Steve.
I didn't, but I accepted his noble sacrifice and will remember him fondly.
Steve was also
Fuck
present.
you did run after Steve to try save him.
Yeah,
but
it
then
started
got- Then it got too far and
God.
Hydra started to attack me and
Dragons. It was
I had to-
Chimera. It was Chimera.
Chimera. So I had to essentially leave him for dead.
Guessing that after about 8 hours we'll have to walk for a while. Because
Just climb up on the
car-
hydrants.
we've got the hydras as well, but we've only got the cart and the guide. That's been guided in the direction for an hour.
Then you guys
8
walk
hours.
and Albina's just looking over her shoulder smugly.
Mine's a ritual. I can just recast it. I just need
Okay.
to. Which after 8 hours in the saddle, we'll want like a 5-minute rest, won't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
think
tried
the Gwent
riding
meal's
in a car for
rich
8
as well,
hours,
so
Yeah,
it's
me and,
lunch.
me and Gwent would have to spend spell slots to keep the vehicles going.
Albina's starting on the glut of mushrooms that we've got. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna put in my gear shit ton of mushrooms.
That's very
Nice.
nice.
Ducky mushrooms.
But yes, we're gonna wrap up there. Your strange encounter with Cross and Bones, eventually finding a civilization of salvage,
Mhm.
meeting actual noids from this world, meeting the Professor, Assassin, and Gwent, to everything that's happened since your encounter with the Amethyst Knight, the encounter with the Titan Guts worms, the Cathedral, the Oni, and you eventually arrive as the hand kind of gives a little thumbs up that you're nearly there. You arrive a short distance from for the player's sake, access to the Mines of Avarice, which are just under the Oni King's Palace. As this is where we're going to end for today. And next week you'll arrive on the outskirts of the Oni King's Palace.
Awesome.
Can I do that thing and try and switch if
Registered.
they're more than 100 feet away?
Remind me where your Clockwork Dragon is again.
It was attached to the cape or the loincloth of the golem.
What's the distance?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Sound familiar?
I think it's like 5
100
miles.
feet?
No, the detective's presence is like it's
Oh,
quite
okay.
big. The detective's presence is quite big.
Yeah, what's the limitation on it?
100 feet, I can communicate telepathically.
100 feet, they would be...
I can deliver a range of spell through it by 100 feet. It doesn't mention the distance that I can see or hear through its
no,
senses.
it'll be the same distance. They only give one distance for all the effects. It's 100
so it'll
feet.
probably be 100 feet then.
If it, these see through its senses is 100 feet, it says.
It's fine. It's fine if not. If it's too far away still, then it's
they
still
won't
too far away.
They would be
If
on
I
the
get a
other
little-
side of the Avarice Mines.
If I get a little mental ping when it happens, though, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll most likely be when you arrive on the map that they're either on or just before. So that's fine, I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, then yes, that
Just need
is
some-
today's session. That was episode 18, The Devil's Piper. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
It
for
was
GMing.
thank you for GMing. It was great.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
It was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And thank you for enjoying the world of Alterra. Let's tune in next week when hopefully my voice will be a little bit better.
Yeah, get well soon.
And we'll
Or
have more of
tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
More of the
and
people
also
here.
yes. So for tomorrow, I don't know if you'll be streaming on Alterra, at least for it, but we'll definitely be streaming on mine.
Hopefully.
TR is running a one-shot, which I believe is called like job interview or something like that, where a few of us will be playing as probably at least mildly evil characters. So
Yeah.
show up
They're all
for that.
criminals.
Instead of
They're
playing
all
the little
criminals.
bad guys, we will be the bad guys.
You'll be the
The
baddies.
bad guys.
Yes.
I don't
All
know about
criminals.
I'm playing lawful good.
No, I
They're
like
criminals.
the bad bastards.
Yeah.
It's a nice bit.
I'm playing a
lo-
psychopathic mass murderer. It's gonna be great. So yeah.
Awful good,
I'm-
but you're a criminal.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
They're all criminals.
I'll essentially be playing Robin Hood.
The
I'll be
band
your
of
scout.
bastards.
I'll be your forward. I'll be your forward scout.
I'm playing Rani the Witch from Elden Ring, essentially. It's great.
I realize I've effectively ended up playing Doomfist somehow.
Nice.
I mean,
It's interesting.
My
that
character's
I
called
mentioned
Robin
Rock
Lock.
today. I
Oh.
mentioned Rock today. You're playing as Doomfist. The two have interacted, and Rock's band is called
Yes,
Magnificent.
for everyone else, I also made an NPC that was based on Doomfist in Akaba.
Nice.
He's a Furbolg monk, and it was spectacular to fight against.
A black-furred Furbolg monk with Monk of the Dragon Fist.
Ah, the new
Very
one.
cool.
Nice.
Actually,
No,
maybe
this
before
was-
it came
this-
out. This
yeah,
is
this was-
The OG version. Nice.
No, he created it.
Oh, great. There actually was one called that in a homebrew site.
We'll wrap this up before
Yeah,
we
that's
end
it.
up in a big
But yes,
conversation.
tune up for that tomorrow, 6 p.m. GMT. Should be a lot of fun. It will be on here and on whatever other channels get streamed on, because I feel like it.
Era.
But yeah,
Right. Bye.
Bye.
see ya. And on my end, that was fucking hilarious, by the way. So, thank you, Chris, again for GMing. That was hilarious. Very rarely do we get to kill someone's destiny in a session.
Well,
Sorry,
they
man.
did mention it was one of 4, so
Yeah,
I've got 3 more chances.
and we'll kill them all! Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Keep them in keep being awesome. You guys are the best of Twitch. Tune in tomorrow for us being evil bastards. It'll be great. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Good night!
Bye.
Cheerio.